Well, welcome everybody to our latest session of the Empire of the Ghouls. As usual, we're going to do a quick recap of what occurred last session, and then we're going to get underway with tonight's session. So team, you'll likely recall when we picked up last week, you guys had just infiltrated Castle Orzelberg. You had found this secret entrance into the castle upon having been given this information by Kai, the mage apprentice, back at the outpost. And you guys went through this area where there ended up being an owlbear nest. You went through that area, found yourself in the castle storage room in this tower of the castle after going through this narrow and short tunnel that goes for 2,000 feet or so. Once you were in, you found yourself being attacked by these strange-looking creatures that resembled bats, though their skin was more papery, like leathery. And it seemed as that battle ensued, they summoned, or just the frenetic energy of what was occurring there, perhaps summoned some additional swarms of bats, which also took to fight to you all. You guys did manage to defeat all of those creatures, get the rest of your team pulled all up inside the storage room, and then start to scope around your surroundings. You realized pretty quickly that you were in a tower in the castle, and it seemed as though this tower you could go only up as you were on the ground level. There was also a door that would allow you to exit into what was known as the inner bailey of the castle. You guys first decided to ascend the spiral staircase here and check out the upper levels of the tower. Doing so, you found mostly empty rooms along with some living quarters, it seemed like, for some of the occupants of the castle now. You guys eventually found yourself more towards the top portion of this tower. In one of the rooms there, you found a painting of a man who some of you identified as the ghost knight that you fought back in the ruins of Jarosberg, and who had unfortunately slain your companion Zach. You guys then continued searching the tower there, got all the way to the top. And once you were at the top, you found a blueprint in one of the abandoned bookcases. There was one book left inside, and everything else seemed like it had been stripped free. And inside that book, you had found a folded up piece of parchment that turned out to be plans to this castle. It did not show the secret tunnel that you used to gain access into the castle itself, but it showed everything else. With this information, you guys had plotted where to go next. Also, on your trip up the spiral staircase here, you had gone to one room. You had opened that door, and a gruff voice inside said, "I told you all that I was not to be disturbed." You guys quickly backed out of there, decided not to investigate that any further. With the blueprints in hand, then, you scoured them, trying to determine where the most likely location would be for the captive Spear Maidens of Hope to be held. And you were able to determine that based on the layout of the castle, the most likely location would be the cellar. You then plotted a course from your current position to the cellar entrance and realized it was fairly close by. You would just have to go down to the ground level of this tower, make your way through the inner bailey, enter the kitchen, enter the cellar, and then, enter the kitchen, enter the pantry, and then descend from the pantry to the cellar. So you guys plan to do just that. You had previously spotted some type of dog-like creature in the inner bailey. You knew there was at least one, perhaps two. You didn't know how many exactly, only able to spot them through these arrow slits in the wall. And so you guys decided to take a little bit of meat and try to get their attention. This didn't seem to work, and only really once you guys threw some things against one of the walls did it cause one of these large dogs to go over and check it out. But it didn't seem particularly interested. It wasn't like completely not paying attention to its surroundings or anything like that. Ultimately, you guys decided to make your way across the inner bailey to get to the kitchen. And so Runak went out front using his disguise self spell to appear like some of the occupants of the castle, a Ghost Knight conscript, for example, and then walked across the inner bailey to the kitchen, was able to do so successfully. When he opened the door and was out there, he was able to see that these were essentially undead dogs, large beasts that were clearly undead and were being moved by necromantic magic of some kind. He was able to get across the inner bailey to the kitchen. They didn't bother him. But when some of the other team members exited and tried to do the same, this did trigger the undead dogs, which got us into a large fight. So you guys are doing what you could to try to scamper across the inner bailey to get to the kitchen, fighting these dogs where you had to. Eventually, we had a turn undead ability from Archgale, send a couple of the dogs scattering, almost killing them outright, but there was enough necromantic power still in them after that ability that they were alive, though still turned. As you guys were fighting off the last of the undead dogs and then trying to retreat back towards the kitchen, you spotted a couple of flying figures that looked like flying statues descending upon you. Very quickly, you all backed into the kitchen and closed the door behind you, and then continued scoping out the area. Realized, much like the blueprint said, that the kitchen was indeed attached to the pantry. You guys listened at a couple doors to make sure there's nothing right about you, not hearing anything. You made your way into the pantry and then descended the stairs to get into the cellar. Once in the cellar, you found a very gruesome and macabre sight as there were headless bodies hanging in the cellar on various metal hooks. They were stripped of all clothing, both men and women. Seemingly, this was the ghouls' food source. They were leaving the people that they had captured on their forays and maybe slaves. You're not exactly sure where these people come from, but yeah, very gruesome sight indeed. You guys pushed through that area, some of you suffering a poison effect due to the nauseating circumstances of that room. Once you into the next room, found a torture chamber. There was an Iron Maiden in here and a torture rack and some other torture devices. Opening this door, listening at it first, you didn't hear too much, but after you opened the door, you found a row of cells as well as a few ghouls here, 4 in total. 3 looked to be the common variety ghoul. One of them was much more heavily armored and had more the bearing of like a centurion. You guys got into battle with these ghouls, and Runak was able to communicate in Dercule to the more heavily armored one, who revealed that his name was Stitchface, and he revealed this in a sense of saying Stitchface will eat you last. You guys fought the ghouls, with the ghouls, particularly Stitchface, dealing significant damage to a couple of members of the team. Runak was dropped to the ground, nearly killed multiple times in this battle. However, you guys continued pushing forth using a combination of your might and magical abilities to keep the pressure on the ghouls and Stitchface in particular. Eventually, we had Laud using a heat metal spell on Stitchface, which made his combat effectiveness go down, and he somewhat cleverly then backed himself into a cell to break line of contact there with Laud, so the spell couldn't be kept being reapplied easily. We had a tense moment then when you guys pushed into that cell. Runak was brought back up from being unconscious, barely on his feet, but decided to risk it for the biscuit, as they say, and go in and strike Stitchface. Dropped him down to 2 HP, and it looked like Stitchface was probably going to kill Runak at that point. But luckily there had been a bleed effect from a critical hit previously, and Runak rolled exactly enough on that bleed to drop Stitchface once and for all. Once that was all wrapped up, we did a quick summary of you guys grabbing the key off Stitchface's body, undoing the cell doors, freeing the Spear Maidens of Hope that were there, who filled you in on the fact that one of their fellow sisters had been taken up to the chapel in the last 30 minutes or so, and she was the sister that had possession of the holy robes of Sister Adelind. So your 2 sisters, Olga and Dorodka here, have said that this is their entire mission, is to ascertain the fate of all of their fellow sisters and, of course, recover the holy robes of Sister Adelind. That matches your purpose as well. And so an agreement was struck to get to the chapel, free her, recover the robes, and then get out of the castle alive. Some of you guys were worried about your health, your ability to go into another battle. The sisters did round robin their healing abilities to top you guys all off, but you are quite low on resources, as you guys have been fighting several different encounters and using up your resources in various different ways. So it's definitely going to be a testament to survival here to see if you guys can get to the chapel and free the sister and get the robes. So that is my recap, guys. Anything I missed? Anybody would like to add?
Yeah. Oh, you want to go ahead, Brian?
No, go ahead, James.
Okay. Um, when we freed the sisters, the ones in the cages, they said that they wouldn't be able to be of much help, or they wouldn't fight alongside with us because they were diseased with what presumably was turning them into a ghoul of some kind.
Yes, indeed. Go and take inspiration there, Archgale. They were infected with Deracule fever, which Runak was able to confirm. I see Rob's hand up. I'm going to take Brian real quick since he was speaking, and I'll come right to you there, Rob. So go ahead, Brian.
Just real quick, I didn't like Neva at all. She did not enter the chamber, and if she's somebody who's supposed to keep record of our glorious battles, she did not even enter the room with the dead bodies, and I think that's suspect. I don't want to add that to the recap.
Sure, I'll give you inspiration for that. Yes, Neva did indeed say that her stomach was turning and she didn't want to enter the room with the hanging bodies. It just very much grossed her out, and so she hung back. She has since, of course, rejoined your group as you guys came out of that area and pushed up into the pantry. Rob, go ahead.
I just have a question. I think I know the answer, but I just want to make sure. Can I Baldur's Gate 3 style throw potions at people?
You
and
can.
Apply the effect.
You absolutely cannot.
I figured that. Okay, that's all I had.
Fair enough. Anybody else want to add anything to our recap?
I will call out that during the fight with the dogs, Neva healed me for a significant portion of hit points and was very helpful in that fight. So just calling that out to be observed.
Sure. Yeah, that is a fact. I'll go ahead and give you inspiration as well, since you guys are sort of inter-party creating this story note, which is very interesting. Yes, she did. Go ahead and take inspiration there, Caliban.
Oh, I'll take it. I wasn't looking for inspiration. I was just simply defending my girl.
Good enough. Good enough. All right, folks.
One more note that I did not hear, but it may have been said, is they mentioned that like this isn't the first person who's been like taken away and taken upstairs, and none of the others have ever come back.
Yes, indeed. Go ahead and take inspiration for that, Laud. As you can see, I'm being very generous with inspiration right now because this might be a very tough fight. So let's get you guys prepared. But yes, that is also a very good element to add. Other sisters have been captured than the 4 or 5 that you know about. And they mentioned that once one of them is taken up to the chapel, they are never seen again. So definitely putting you guys on a time limit, as it were.
I got the inspiration from Archgales, so I've got that one available if somebody needs it.
I'll take it.
I have inspiration already.
All right, somebody just type in the chat, I guess, whoever's taking it.
I think it's Rudok, I believe.
All right, and it sounds like that is all to add to our recap. So we will go ahead and get started, folks. I'm going to move you guys back over to the castle.
Dude, Runak, when you stepped in that doorway last week, I was like, oh my god, he's right after you in turn order.
Hey, no guts, no glory against Stitch Face.
Your guts were almost all over the dungeon floor there.
All right, so of course you guys did a quick search of the area down there just to make sure there was nothing critical. You didn't find anything else critical other than, again, the key to the cells. Stitchface or the ghouls didn't have any items of significance. You guys made your way up to the pantry. It is fairly packed in here. I have all of our NPCs on this tile right now. This includes all 4 of the Spear Maidens of Hope that you just rescued, plus Sisters Dorotka and Olga, the 2 sisters who will accompany you, and Neva as well. And then, of course, all the rest of you guys. Pretty tight here. Based on the blueprint, you know that the chapel is this way. So how exactly you want to try to get there? Again, I'll say based on looking at the blueprint, you know that there is a couple obvious paths. One is you could go back into the kitchen, take the kitchen into the Great Hall, and then head this way. That would be to the chapel. You could go here to the main entrance of the castle and go this way into the Great Hall and then go into the chapel. If for some reason you were feeling froggy and wanted to do something really odd, you could go out to the kitchen, come into the Great Hall, go up the stairs to the 2nd floor, then move north through what looks to be offices on the blueprint, come over, and then come down the stairs into the chapel. So several different options. Some of them are more direct than others. What are you guys' thoughts on how you want to approach this?
So does it seem like...
I did have something. I wanted to try to talk to the sisters away from Neva. Adam, if I could retcon maybe a little bit. I want to know the name of the sister maiden who's taken. I want to know what the robes actually look like, because we've been hearing that as little pieces of the robe.
Yes, I can give you some information there. Let me grab her name for you. As far as what the robes look like, there's only a scrap of the robes that have been remaining, and they have been put into like a keepsake piece of jewelry. You can think of this as like sort of like a medallion or a locket is actually the word I'm looking for. And inside the locket is a small piece of the robes themselves, and the sister was wearing them around her neck.
Okay, sorry, that's all I wanted. Thank you.
I was gonna ask, based on the blueprints, does it seem like there's any path there that doesn't go through the Great Hall? Or do we pretty much have to go through the Great Hall to get into the, whatever we said this room was, the chamber?
You would have to go through the Great Hall unless you were able to like use magical means. There's no other obvious path or straightforward path that would get you there.
Okay.
Okay, and I just tracked that name down. So the sister that was taken, her name is Ylva, Ylva.
Thank you.
All right, so we will assume you've gotten that information from the captured sisters before you went back through the room of bodies. Some of you, most likely there, were once again made ill. You made your way into the pantry, let some time pass. By that I mean a minute. You are as good as you can be within the realm of that 1 minute time elapse. How would you guys like to proceed?
Well, I'm just thinking, like, why would they keep jewelry around her neck if she was a prisoner? Right, guys? What do you, like,
Maybe she hit it with magic.
Well, maybe it wasn't showing magic. Maybe magic wasn't emanating, and they could care less about somebody's family locket.
Or maybe they're
Well,
just
look.
really bad at their job.
when I was in prison, they took all of my belongings, put it in a bag, and hid it from me while I served.
Maybe they rolled a 1.
Huh?
Maybe they rolled a 1 when they tried to search the bodies.
Well, when I was in prison, I had none of my stuff with me when I was in jail. So that's just how that cookie crumbles. It don't make sense to me unless you keistered it.
I think the most likely option is they probably are interrogating her about it.
Or maybe
Okay.
We also
maybe-
don't have much time arguing this. We should just go.
I agree.
And I'm
Let's
not
pick a
that
path.
smart to argue.
Well, she put it in the prison wallet. You can search their room.
With it being holy, they might not be able to even handle it. Maybe it pains them to touch it or be near it. But Laud's right. We just need to go. We can't all move, though. We're a pretty big party. Maybe the sisters should try to make their own escape, or stay here.
I think they need to be with us.
Yeah, because I think it's kind of time. Once it all goes down, we're gonna all just have to go.
We can also use all the help we can get.
So yeah, I'm indifferent on which way we go. Looks like we have to go through the Great Hall, is what we determined, right, Laud? So I don't know, 6/10, half dozen the other. I don't know.
I think any tactical advantage we can get being on a second story would be helpful if we can make it up there.
Yeah, wherever we go, hopefully we fight at a place that's optimal.
Yeah, we don't want to be in a narrow hallway.
Well, but narrow hallway might be better than getting surrounded in the Great Hall. The Great Hall they fit a lot of enemies in there.
Yeah, but we have to go through the Great Hall regardless.
Let's just take the simplest path straight through.
Alright, let's do it. Who's going first?
Oh, well, not me. I'm not sneaky enough. Maybe Glory takes the point. I think is what we've been doing, right, bud?
Yeah.
Well, I
This is
can
like
go. I
magic.
can cast a little bit of Blade Ward, and then I can go first.
Yeah, it's you two. It's either Barnaby, Glory, and then I go third, kind of way back, unless Callie wants to jump up in there. But I'm pretty clunky.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'm feeling gnomish today.
Yeah, I agree. Grim and I are second liners. We can be there when the stuff goes down.
Caliban, take my healer's kit. And Laud, I'm going to give you a potion of healing.
Thank you.
Hey, you're not thinking of, like, giving your possessions away. We're going to get through this, Glory.
I gave it to them so they can use it on me.
Okay, let's go.
And I'll also mention I still have the healer's kit that from our druid friend. I'm not good at it, but if anyone wants it, I can give you one.
I can use them, but that makes 3. So hopefully I don't need to use that many on you.
Okay, well that's great. If I fall, just remember where my healing kit that I have one. All right, Adam, I'm going to. Well, Lude, could you go ahead and listen to the door? Maybe you hear something. If that's the door we're going through, my apologies. I'm a little lost.
Runok, as you're standing there, you'll notice Neva kind of sidesteps you, like leaning against the wall, and she'll lean forward towards you, Caliban, and she'll say, Caliban, we should have a plan in case things go south. Are we all retreating back to the secret entrance?
That's actually a really good point. What if we get split up, or what if we need to retreat? Where should we all meet?
I think that's a good place, actually, is go back through the tunnels. All the guards will be at the front gates anyways.
Quiet.
You're scratching. Maybe the dogs, or whatever those things were that were chasing us.
You're making too much noise. It's time to make a decision.
Yeah, let's retreat back to there if it goes south, okay?
Sounds like a plan. Let's see what's on the other side of the door.
Neva will nod as she steps back.
All right. Caliban, you want to swap with Runok really quick?
Is Runok? I thought Barnaby was leading with you.
Oh, that's right, Barnaby.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and lead through the door. I'm going to go ahead and cast Blade Ward on myself.
Does that have a verbal component?
Yes, it does, but we're about to open a door and they're scratching on the other side, so I'm not too worried about that.
The scratching is this way, right? Because
Yes.
that was the direction.
Yeah, we're going.
The kitchen, and then the Great Hall is like through here, but this door is like the main entrance. I don't know.
Oh,
if
we're
we wanna
going
go-
through that door?
Well,
Yeah,
no,
we're
like
going-
if we go through that door right here, then I think we're going to the main hall, not the the main entrance, not the Great Hall. If to go to the Great Hall, we would go through the kitchen and then go to the right. Like we might avoid some guards if we go through the kitchen, kind of thing.
Yeah,
So
this is
go
what we
downstairs?
This is what we decided, right? Here to here.
Oh, okay.
All right, you cast the
Uh-oh.
spell in the quietness of this room. The sound of your voice obviously carries. You hear no immediate response.
Just a heads up, Adam. I saw those perception checks.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay.
He's trying to, yeah. He's like, hey, you never know.
This is my way of subtly implying that there's definitely things around here that can hear you.
Okay, wait.
And just as a reminder, I am dressed like one of the guards.
Yeah. Hold up, guys. Wait. We're going back into the kitchen? Is that just to be clear, Adam, this is the door back to the kitchen?
That's correct.
Okay, we just killed things in there. I don't think we should go back in there, right? Think about it. There's the dead dogs. There's a battle. I think my vote, now that I think about it, is this way, which kind of sucks, but those are definitely guards cleaning up our fight.
I agree. They don't know where we are right now, so we should keep moving.
It's decided.
All right, Glory opens the door. You look back into the kitchen, and you see the dead dog, but nothing else.
Oh,
You close the door quickly.
Well, didn't you say there was stone creatures outside? They looked like statues or something. Someone said that.
That could fly.
There were stone statues flying down. Yeah, I don't know if they're still there or not.
Let's open this door.
All right, as this door is open, Barnaby, you're going to see the entrance hall to the castle. It is quite dusty, and you can see that there are bits of what you assume to be old tapestry and fine carpet stuck in the flagstones, or the cracks of the flagstones. You also notice a pair of dusty suits of plate armor flanking the eastern door there.
All right, Adam. I'm going to go ahead and be the full gnome. That since we got to go some way anyway, I'm going to go ahead and pretend I didn't see you roll those perception checks, right?
Sure.
And I'm going to try to sneak in here.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and throw me a stealth check. Remind me, are you wearing heavy armor that would require disadvantage on this?
Medium, no.
Medium, okay.
Change shirt.
All right, you do the best you can entering into this room quietly.
Yeah, and I trip over the rug or whatever.
It's the exhaustion. It's tough.
No, we have a route, right, guys? Like,
Yeah, we got to go east.
yeah.
Now, which way is east?
Up.
Yeah, exactly. We gotta rival Bill in a little bit. The plan is this way, right, and then this way, right?
Correct. Should be a straight shot to the place from here.
Well, one more across, or are we going to the statue doors or the suit's armor doors?
Armor shoot doors to the where I'm at.
All right, you open this door to reveal the Great Hall. This hall, obviously, is quite long. When you look in, Glory, you notice long wooden tables and benches occupy much of the castle's Great Hall. Spiked maces, great swords, and other weapons decorate the walls, and blood-red banners bearing the skull emblem of the Order of the Knights Incorporeal hang from the second-floor balcony overlooking the hall.
I believe we got to make it across the room.
Hey, Barnaby, it's this way.
Looks like a straight shot. Right behind you.
Adam, I'm going to look up onto the second floor, see if I see anything or any movement of any kind.
Go ahead and throw me a perception check. You have kind of a cut-off view from where you're at the moment, but you don't see anything obvious up there, like anybody hanging over the banister.
Are the sisters in the group following us or no?
Oh, yeah, they totally are. That means the DM's just a little bit slow on moving those tokens. All right, Glory, as you have opened that door, let me give you a quick description of what you see inside. Okay, so you glance into this room and you notice that this is clearly what was depicted to you as the chapel. So you can see from your current position a set of spiral stairs to the south. You notice that the chapel itself has these various depictions of what you recognize as the blood goddess Moreno, or the red goddess. You can see also in here that there is an altar near the back of the room. So back here, you can see one of the Spear Maidens of Hope is on this altar. So here is the actual description of this room. The door leads into a large chapel hung with the drapes of red velvet. A blood-stained stone altar stands on a dais at the eastern end of the chamber. A deathly pale human woman dressed in rags is tied to the altar. A raven-haired priestess in crimson dress stands over the woman on the altar, a barbed spear held high above her head. She chants blasphemous prayers as she sways beside the altar, and the ochre skull hanging from her neck glows with dark magic. 3 sinister figures watch attentively. A tall warrior dressed in black plate armor and wearing a silver mask in the shape of a grinning skull, a Daracule dressed in hooded black robes, and a ghoul dressed in a black velvet doublet and hose. Black candles burn in candelabras hanging from the ceiling, filling the room with flickering shadows and a spicy scent. As the door opens, the priestess plunges her spear into the sacrificial victim's heart, killing the woman instantly. I'm going to go ahead and throw us into initiative here in one moment. I'm going to go ahead and post the description so you guys can read what I just read.
And Glory sees it all.
All right, there is that. I'm going to do a quick test. I think that the script is still not working, but I'm going to do a quick check to see if it is. If not, again, I'll just have you guys manually roll. Yes, unfortunately, still not working. All right, let me go ahead and get this brought up. And then please roll your initiatives.
Mine rolled, but it did not. Oh, because I don't have my token selected there. That would be why.
All right, doing a quick check of what we've got in our initiative here.
Oh, yeah,
All
it's
right.
not showing mine on there.
I thought I counted 7 PCs. Let me see.
I rolled a 23.
I only count 6 PCs. Okay. You did have your token selected, you said, when you clicked it?
Yeah, I'm not sure why I didn't throw it in there.
Worked for me. If you already rolled and you only rolled once, go ahead and post whatever your first roll was into chat there.
Perfect.
All right, and then
Thank
I
you.
think we've got one person. I think it's just Archgale that has alert. Are you offering to switch initiative with anyone?
Yeah, I'm gonna offer it to Glory.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Oh yeah, good job.
All right, so it was offered to Glory. Let's see, Glory, have you updated your initiative to Archgale's number?
Yeah.
And Archgale, you should have updated yours to Glory's number. It's going to put Glory at the top. Let's see if we've got Archgale down at 5.14.
Yep.
Okay, excellent. Let's go ahead and put on some... Oh, this one's called Exciting Trailer. That's got to be good. All right, so we are at the top of the round here, folks. Glory, you are the first to react. And I'm going to go ahead and unlock the tokens and let you take a turn.
Okay, I'm going to use my last rage. Move up one, and I'm going to attack this ghoul.
Okay. You slash out with your halberd and connect.
Plus 2 rage damage for 18.
All right, take an extra 2 off there as you slash and wound the ghoul.
Second attack.
That'll hit as well. Yes, you slash and slay that ghoul with your halberd.
Going to take a step back in my turn.
All right, as you end your turn, you're going to hear who you presume to be the man you saw in there, the black-plated armor, shout out, "Guards!" And you'll hear the sound of footsteps slamming on the spiral staircase. And you will see as one guard emerges down the spiral staircase. Okay, next up we have Grim.
I'll move there. And I'll say, looks like the rescue mission's over. We just got to find the robes. 10. Now I'm looking at the room map. 15. 20. I want to swing it at the guard.
Okay. Yeah, that'll connect. Yeah, with one slash, you drop him.
That's 20. Well, I know my job. I'm going to go after the plate armor boy. "30-second attack at the plate armor guy."
Okay. Your flail slashes out, and you notice he deflects your attack with his blade. And as you see his blade, you see it is dark runes etched down this long sword, and it has this really decorative scabbard or handle, I guess I should call it, on the base of the blade.
Well, if I die in here, I die in here. Let's go. Let's end it with glory.
All right, more footsteps pound down the stairs. As this guard is going to emerge down the stairs, he's close enough that he sees you there, Grim. He's going to go ahead and make an attack on you there from the flank. That is going to miss. All right, next up is the hooded, robed-looking individual. He's going to pop to here, say some magic words, and point to the west. As he does so, an area is suddenly going to spring into existence. All right, if you are within that area, what you are spotting is black tentacles suddenly burst from the ground, swinging around and smashing into all of you. As that occurs, I'm going to need you guys to make a save. Let me go ahead and post this. All right, so that is a strength save, DC 14. All right, so we've got Archgill and Runok has failed. Caliban has succeeded. How about you, Glory? All right, you have succeeded as well.
I'm going to spend my inspiration on that, actually.
Okay. All right, you will then succeed. Okay, if you have failed this save, you're going to take damage. Let me just do a double check. All right, so everything in that area is difficult terrain. All right, so if you succeed on the save, it looks like you take no damage. All right, so if you failed, you're going to take 7 points of damage. Like I say, the area is difficult terrain. And I will tell you, you can tell that these tentacles are still swiping around. This is likely to have an ongoing effect. All right, Runok.
Gross tentacles, I'm out of here. Can I go diagonally through the door, or is that I have to go?
You would have to go
crosswise?
south first.
All right, so that's 20 to get to there. Does that cost me 10 or 5 to move out of it?
Moving out of it is just 5. I think you're at 10, 20. I think you're at 25 right there.
Yep. Okay, cool. Again, do I have to go? Can I go diagonal or no? Here, I got to go straight ahead.
You got to go straight ahead.
Bummer. Okay, so I'll go here. and I will Eldritch Blast at the pale guy.
Pale guy. The one in the hooded robes?
This guy.
Okay. All right, both of those Eldritch Blasts will connect.
Okay. And I looks back at the sisters and through the tentacles and goes, "I'm sorry. I think you have to avenge your sister."
All right, we move to Barnaby's turn.
All right. Not really seeing anything that I can do through the darkness there, through the tentacles. All right. Adam, I can I'm actually going to go there. I can see this guy here. Do I have a shot at him through the door? I don't know what to assume.
Sure. I'm going to give them significant cover though, based on how you're aiming and then what's in your way.
Yeah, I understand. I'll go ahead and use Eldritch Blast on that.
Okay. The first will miss and the second will connect. All right, the Eldritch Blast slams into that figure you can barely see.
All right, now go there to end my turn.
All right, on Neva's turn, you can hear her struggling as these tentacles are wrapped around her. She is going to try to get away from them. She manages to do so and gets out of the tentacles. All right, Laud.
Alright, I'll start by moving there. Okay, I don't think I'm going to be able to see anybody else. I am going to cast Vicious Mockery at this guy, this guard, Rick.
Okay, Vicious Mockery. Go ahead and post that. Alrighty, Wisdom save. He is indeed affected. Go ahead and post your damage.
So, and it's also got a like a disadvantage on next attack roll.
Yep, got the red arrow down on him.
Okay, and so that was 10 feet of movement, and then I don't know if this would take an action, but you mentioned that like we could go up and like through the offices, right, to
I
kind of
did.
get an overlook. All right,
Yep.
I'm gonna try to do that then. So I'm gonna use 5, or sorry, that would be 15. That's 20 and 25, and then 30. I would end my turn here.
Okay. All right, we move to the imposing figure. All right, so Grim, what you're going to notice is this clearly ghoul warrior is going to grasp onto the sword with both hands now, and you see necrotic energy starts to race down it as he slashes out at you 3 times. He will miss you all 3 times as his blade gets close only on that 3rd strike. You will hear the sound of more footsteps slamming down. This guy's going to push past the stairs. All right, once he does so, he is going to take an attack on you. Actually, he's going to take an attack on Runok.
I'm just a little guy.
That will manage to connect against Runok, hitting him for 5 points of damage. All right, Sister Dorotka. She's going to kind of move around the edge here, doing what she can, and she will throw out some sacred energy at one of the guards. but he manages to evade it. All right, Archgale, I believe you failed your save. Is that right?
That's correct.
All right, so I'm showing that you still have full health, but you should have applied the tentacle damage.
I did. It says on my sheet 36 out of 43. I don't know why I did not apply in the game.
Okay, interesting. It looks like your token is not linked at the moment.
I had that happen to me a few weeks ago.
Guess that would explain why the initiative roll didn't work.
Oh yeah, that's true.
All right, I've fixed that. You should be all set. All right, so you start your turn here on the tentacles. You're currently restrained. What would you like to do?
Break the restraint.
All right, make an athletics check to try to break the restraint. You do indeed manage to break the restraint, so that is your action. You can feel free to move.
All right, I'm going to go 10, 20, 25. Runok is in my way. Let me
Hello.
see here. I have no spells, so there's no bonus action I can actually really do. I will end my turn.
All right, we hear some more pounding footsteps. This guy's going to make his way down and step next to you here, Grim. And he is going to attack you. Which will miss. All right, next up we have the woman in the red robes. Noticing your very high defense here, Grim, she is going to utter some magical words and point out at you, and I will need a wisdom saving throw. All right, you feel your body start to tense up, start to lock up, but you fight through it. All right, Sister Olga was not affected, so she will get out of the tentacles, make her way over here, and she doesn't really have much of an angle. Yeah, she probably could get a Sacred Flame in there. She'll throw a Sacred Flame off at the guard. But he is able to evade it. We hear some more footsteps coming down the spiral staircase. All right, as these guys enter and kind of filter in, I'm double checking to see if we get any opportunity attacks. Grim, I'm going to say you can take one if you want, because this guy doesn't necessarily see you as he's plowing down the stairs. He's going to step away from you.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll burn my reaction.
Okay. 17 will manage to connect. For 10 points of damage, that will wound him. All right, so this guy is going to take an attack against Runok, which will connect for 7 points of slashing. I'm going to start moving dead guys out just to make it a little bit more easily
Adam,
visible.
did he have a disadvantage on that? I don't know who got hit, but if it's the same guy that just moved, the sap would have given him disadvantage on that attack roll.
That was not him. Nope.
Okay, yeah, sorry, I just can't see everything. So,
all right, this next one who will enter will be the one that is sapped. He will attack Runok at disadvantage. Which will miss.
I'm glad I clicked the button.
All right, Caliban, I believe you succeeded on the save, or did you fail?
No, I succeeded.
All right, so you are not restrained, but you are currently in this difficult terrain. What would you like to do?
These guys just sort of filled up the spot I was heading for, but we'll see what we can do anyway. So we're going to go 10 to there, 15. I gotta move. I can move up and share the space with Runok. I just can't end there, right?
Correct.
20. While I'm here, can I strike, or I'd be at disadvantage because we're sharing the same square?
You'd be at disadvantage, Rex. You're squeezing.
And if I And if I move out, I get 3 opportunity attacks against me. Oh boy.
Depends on which way you move.
I guess 2 if I go lateral.
Yeah.
And then is it my action to try to push past them if I want to push past this guy to the north?
If you wish to try to overrun somebody, you can do that either as an action or a bonus action. If you succeed, you can move through their space once on this turn.
I'll do that for my bonus action. I'm going to try to move through this guy to my right.
Okay, so to the east of you. Oh, I'm sorry, you said to your right. So that's to the south of you. So you would need to make an athletics if you're overrunning or an acrobatics if you're tumbling. And are you doing this as an action or a bonus action?
As my bonus action.
Bonus action. Okay, yep, go ahead and make your check. You managed to do so. You are able to push through him. So go ahead and move where it is that you wanted to move.
To there?
All right, you will provoke 1 opportunity attack from the one that was to your east.
Yep, that's fine.
But he will not manage to get through your defenses.
All right. I'm going to attack the one that I just pushed past because I should have flanking on him now with Runok.
You do, yes.
All right. Ooh, it's not good. Let's try that
will
again.
miss.
Second attack.
That will also miss, even with the flank.
Even with the flank. Oh, rough rolls tonight. Oh, what was that? That was I still even had a D4 on there that I shouldn't have had from last time. Because I think that was a bless from last time I needed to take off. Even with the bless, it was a terrible roll. Okay, and that's my bonus action. That's all I can do. I will end my turn.
Good reminder to everybody else, if you still have blast turned on, to turn that off. All right, we're at the top of the next round. Glory.
Okay, I'm gonna move.
Oh, actually, I'm sorry, Glory. There's actually a scripted event that occurs at the top of this round. What you are going to notice as the body on the altar suddenly, frantically awakens in a rage. All right, now it is your turn, Glory.
$15. Move over there.
Okay.
It's top of the round. They should get their opportunities back if they want to take it.
Yeah. So was this your movement like this?
That's correct.
All right. So,
well, one over to the north.
like that? Like that. Okay.
Wait, is that how?
Like that.
Is that how reactions work? It's the top of the round. I thought it was like when their turn came back around.
It's when their
They
turn
got it
comes back
back.
around. Yep. So you will provoke 2 instead of 3
okay.
since one of them already took one. All right. So here comes the 2. First will be a critical hit. All right. True crit. That's going to deal. You are currently raging, so it'll be 7 damage to you. And the other opportunity attack is going to miss.
Okay, I'm going to strike out at this guy.
Okay. Let's see. 17 will hit.
+2, 20 total damage.
All right. Your halberd slashes into him, wounding him. Uh, 13 will miss.
Bonus action, pulse strike.
8 will miss.
And I'll move. Oh, in my turn.
Okay, Grim.
Okay, I'm going to activate my second wind. I'm going to use a usage, and that's going to allow me to do tactical shift. And I'm gonna move here.
All right, just quick resource check. How many second winds do you have left?
2.
Okay.
And this is where my back on the wall, you flanking little buggers. You and me, boy.
That will miss. And miss a second time.
We in a little bit of a dance.
All right, this guy is going to... Yeah, he is going to attack Caliban. 17 on Caliban, which is going to miss your 19 AC. All right, move to this guy's turn. You'll notice a little bit of a sign of panic on his face here, Glory, as you've gotten really close, but he quickly regains his composure as he is going to cast a spell. As he does so, the tentacles will fade away. All right, he conjures up this spell, and very thick, noxious vapors suddenly fill the room. This is heavily obscured.
I think that's covering 49% of my token square there, Adam.
At least 51. All right, if you are in this space, I will need you to make a Constitution saving throw. This is a poison effect.
They use inspiration.
I'm also going to use inspiration.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, now, if you failed, I'm going to ask you to set your condition here. If you failed, you are considered poisoned, and an additional effect of this poison is that you cannot take an action or a bonus action.
Does that mean either, like you can take one or the other, or you can't take either one?
You can't take either one. So this is right. Basically, think of it as you're choking, you're nauseated, it's getting to you, you're having a really tough time.
Is this affecting the guards?
It
Or
is.
just us?
It is.
Well, it's affecting 2 of them. All right, so I've marked the 2 that are currently affected. Please mark yourselves if you have failed with the poison indicator so we know who is affected. All right, again, these vapors are heavily obscuring. What that means is that you can't even see one space away from you. It is super, super thick in here. You still relatively know where the people are, so you don't have to like guess where people are, but you cannot see them for mechanical purposes. At the same time, Glory, you're going to hear the sound of, I'm going to call it like a clicking sound, and then you'll hear a shifting sound. Okay, Runak, you failed your save, so you cannot take a bonus action or an action. What would you like to do?
Runak does not like this cloud, so I guess he will try to stumble. I guess where can I like sense that there's bodies near me, so he doesn't stumble in their direction?
You don't have to guess where people are. I would say feel free to use your eyes as a player to see what you see, but you can't mechanically see anything.
Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, he's just gonna try to rush his way out of this gas. Is is it difficult terrain or anything, or is it just normal movement?
It's just normal movement. All right, you keep pushing until you find yourself clear of the vapors and next to a red sister.
And I mean, I guess I'm still poisoned though, so I can't do an action or a bonus action. So I'm just sort of like coughing and wheezing and cursing and Daracool.
All right, fair enough. Okay, at the end of your turn, Runak, you are no longer affected from the vapors. Barnaby.
All right, not able to see what the heck going through the room, but also seeing that our new friend Lude went upstairs. I'm going to go ahead and try that as well.
Lude?
Yeah, that's what his name is.
I'm lewd. I hope this guy's not lewd.
All right. Adam, can you check? Is that was that 15? I believe. My apologies.
Oh, I wasn't sure exactly where you started. Were you right next to Dorotka when you started?
Yes. Well,
call it 20 feet to get to where you are now. That's the best estimate.
Yeah,
I
that's
can give
not. Yeah, I think I went into the thing one step earlier than I was expecting, so it kind of threw me off. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and stand there, and as my action, I'm going to go ahead and recast Blade Ward.
Okay.
I'm not going to look down just yet, Adam, but I'm assuming that area there is
the Great Hall.
Yeah. So, all right, that'll end my turn.
All right. Neva's going to make her way to here, and she will say, Caliban, don't get taken out by this gas. And that is going to be her way of bardically inspiring you.
Awesome.
She will then move to there, and her action is going to be to dodge. All right, Laud.
Okay, I'll
Lude.
start by trying to open this door.
You try to open the door, only to find it is locked.
Okay. Well, since I'm up here and probably can't do anything else, I do have thieves' tools. Can I use an action to try to unlock it?
You can try. I will say that in general, unlocking a door isn't something that is done in one action. More typically, it takes you about a minute. So you can certainly try, but I would say you're expecting to spend more than a turn here unless you roll phenomenally.
Okay. If I know that, then I won't go this way, and I'll just go back down.
Yep, you do know that.
All right. So 5 and then 10. And okay. I'm guessing I have to actually go down the steps, so that'd be 15, 20 here. See these people, right? So say 25, get here. I'm going to cast Vicious Mockery again at this guy.
Go ahead and post Vicious Mockery for me. Let's see. Okay. Okay, yeah, all of that. It's a little bit wonky because you don't know they're there. All you have to do is hear, but I don't know how you target a specific person since you can't see that they're there. But it does say here, so I'll give it to you. It was the one closest.
This guy. Why don't I know that he's there? Oh, yeah, because of the fog cloud. Okay.
Yeah, that's heavily obscured, so you're kind of just like shouting into the cloud, like, "Hey, dummy!" and you don't even know who you're talking to. Right, but somehow it works, right? So
but he was there before, so yeah, I assume that guy hasn't moved since the last time I did that. So
right, so you guess, and through the process of magic, it somehow works. Yeah, here comes a wisdom save. 14. He's going to fail that. Go ahead and post your damage. All right, yeah, and that sick burn kills him.
I'll end my turn.
All right. This guy is going to step to here, no longer in the cloud, and then he's going to take 3 attacks against you, Grim, who is in the cloud, and therefore these 3 attacks are all at advantage. First will be a critical hit. The bulk of this damage is necrotic, so here comes a necrotic crit.
Hey, Adam, since Grim is in an obscured area, would that be disadvantage or something?
Nope. No, because he's not affected because he can see in, right? He's right next to
Okay.
Grim. Grim's in the space, barely.
Okay.
Doesn't the guy have to make a Constitution saving throw first?
He is immune to poison.
Oh, well, that would do it.
Yuck.
Twice as many damage as normal, and the creature cannot regain hit points until the end of its next turn. Okay, here comes a crit damage. That is going to be 43 points of damage to you there, Grim. Next attack. Is going to miss you. Third attack also going to miss. All right, this guy here is going to stumble through the clouds to take that flanking position against you, Grim. He can't see you well. You're disadvantaged, so this is a wash. It's straight out. So that attack will miss. All right, and then we move to Sister Dorotka, who can't see anything any longer. She's going to do a quick scan. Yeah, there's not much she can do. She is going to call out, "We can't help you in there. We can't see anything." All right, move to Archgale. You failed your save, so you're coughing on these heavy vapors. What would you like to do?
Move 5, 10. If that's a standable place, I suppose.
Yes.
Okay. I will end my turn.
All right, you are no longer poisoned. This guy's going to make his way to here and attack you, Grim. 18 is going to miss. All right. All right, this creature in a furious rage is going to step down here and attack the Ghost Knight Conscript. Hitting him twice. And wounding him very badly. All right, on the sister's turn. All right, seeing that you have gotten real up close to here, Runok, she doesn't like that so much, and she is going to cast a spell against you, and I will need a wisdom saving throw. Runok, you are paralyzed. All right, Sister Olga, similarly, she will look to you, Laud, and she will say, "Can we do anything upstairs?"
No, the door's locked.
We can't just wait here. We can't. What should we do?
If you have the ability to unlock a door really quick, then we can go that way. But otherwise, we gotta take out this cloud.
She looks at you kind of dumbfoundedly, like clearly she wouldn't have that ability. This Ghost Knight Conscript is going to make its way up and attack you, Grim. Which is going to miss. And this guy has since been slain, so we'll move him over to the dead pile. All right, Caliban.
Once again, I always have these plans right up to my turn and everything changes. I think Caliban's just going to swing out at the guy who's directly in front of him. $18?
Let's see. Okay, so I did Stinking Cloud wrong. The save wasn't supposed to occur until the start of your turn. So this is the first turn you've been in the cloud. Is that right, Caliban?
No, I was there when it was cast. I made a save. This is the first. Yes, this is the first turn I've been in the cloud.
Okay,
But it's
so
the first time I've moved since I made my save.
right. So assume that save that you previously made it was successful. You technically did it right now. It was a success. So you do know that if you start your turn here in the future, you'll have to make another save. But yes, that 18 will hit. Go ahead and post your damage. Yeah, that is going to be enough. You run him through.
All right. So then I go 5, 10, 15. He's stumbling through the cloud, eyes burning. 20, 25, and 30 out of the cloud to the sister. And take a second attack on her.
Okay.
Help me.
That will connect.
Oh,
All right. You will have a glancing blow against her.
leave him alone. And I think that's all I do. I will end my turn.
All right. Top of the round, Glory. Same question. You already made a save against this, and you haven't had a turn yet, right?
Correct.
All right. So it is your turn. Assume you just succeeded.
I'll move up, object interact, shut the door.
So what you're going to not really notice because you can't see, but that click you heard, there was like a sconce here on the wall, which presumably was activated. And this opened a secret door to the north. So you can,
Okay.
it is currently open.
I'm going to move 25 feet over to there, and I'm going to attack that guy.
Okay. Yes, that will hit.
$18.
That will wound him. Yeah, that'll hit a second time.
$15.
And that will wound him as well as your halberd slices in twice. Anything else on your turn here, Glory?
Going back into the obscured area in my turn.
All right, Grim, same thing. You succeeded on a save already, correct?
Yes.
All right, so that technically was made right now. You succeeded. What would you like to do?
Well, clearly I need to get Ilva to the sisters. Okay, so I think I have it mapped out in my head, Adam. I can't take hit points, right, this turn?
You can't regain hit points was the effect. Let me see the exact the duration. Until the end of its next turn. Yep, so you were spoiled. So once your turn ends, then you can regain hit points.
All right, so my second wind is useless, but I'm still going to burn it to activate my tactical shift. So I'm my second usage. All right, so I have one left. So that gives me my tactical shift, makes me do this. All right, that's my bonus action. 5, 10. I want to grapple her, Ilva.
Okay, so you attempt to
Dropping my
grapple her.
flail. Dropping my flail in the middle of the effing room. I'll buy another one.
All
I got to
right.
drag her to the door.
All right, so
Here
she
we go.
has to make a strength or dex save. Here it comes. Yes, you managed to grapple her.
All right, so it's 5, 10. This will be 20, right? 30. And I'm going to yell, Get her to the sisters so they can heal her. Bonus action. Action, grapple, move. Then this is where I die. Good thing I have a relentless endurance. Maybe I'll drop and come back.
You got more movement because of your tactical shift, right? You get 15 more feet.
Oh, do I?
No. Let's see. Oh yeah, I guess it would. So you can move up to half your speed, so that counts as extra. So you would have got 15 extra feet.
I'll just go 10 more because I can't go 20 more.
Right.
Thanks, bud. I've missed that. All right. I don't want to clear the way. I didn't see anything new. Can I go there?
You didn't see anything. Period. I mean, if you want to, arguably, just again keep in mind this whole turn you've been walking through just thick clouds.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Well, I missed the door. How about there? Okay, and my turn.
All right, from the courtyard. I don't think any of you are even close enough to really hear this. I'll just say you hear vague rumblings. All right, Runak, you are currently paralyzed, so your turn ends. Go ahead and make another wisdom saving throw. Failing. Barnaby.
All right. Seeing that I'm all alone and not really able to help much at all, I'm going to go ahead and go back down. So that'll be 10. All right, and I really can't see enough to do any action, though, right? I can't attack or anything?
No action that relies on seeing, because everything in that yellow is obscured heavily.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and... I'm just going to go ahead and take the dodge action.
All right, Neva quickly looks at you. She will see that Archgale is a little bit hurt there. She kind of shrugs, almost feeling useless, but she will say, well, at least I can do this. And she will give you 11 back, Archgale.
Oh, nice.
All right, Laud.
We gotta help. I'm going in, and I'm just gonna run into the cloud.
Get Ilda to the sisters. She's right here.
So do I do the con save now, or is it just at the start of my turn?
Only at the beginning of your turn.
Okay, so it's 5, 10, 15. Say 20, right, to get to there.
Yep.
And then 25. And then this is heavily obscured, so I can actually go there at 30 and not... I guess she's grappled, but I'm going to run past. I want to get to whoever's casting this spell, if I possibly can. It doesn't look like I can. Would you argue that I can hear any in here? Because if I can, I will target them with a Vicious Mockery. If I can't, then I guess I'll take like the dodge action or something.
I mean, so again, to me, what makes sense in a sanity sake is you can hear stuff all around you. Like you're in the chaos of combat. You're hearing blades, you're hearing shouting, so you can hear voices everywhere. I'm not sure you can pinpoint a specific voice. I guess what I would say is if you want to say whoever that person that just spoke was, and I know it's not one of my allies' voices, I'm going to target them, and I'd just like roll a random die to see who you target.
That sounds fair to me.
All right, is that what you'd like to do?
Yes.
All right, so there's 6 opponents in this room. So just roll a d6, and I'll tell you who it was that you happened to overhear and latch onto their voice. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, that's going to be one of the conscripts.
Okay.
And you're casting Vicious Mockery on him, you said?
Yes.
Okay, yep, he'll be affected by that. Go ahead and post your damage. All right, he is wounded. And he has the rider effect.
Yep, and that's my turn. Because I can't see anything else, so I can't do a bonus action.
Alrighty, this guy's turn. He's going to move on in. Again, since we're kind of playing loosey-goosey with what you can see, this is going to feel a little bit targeted, but it's kind of how you guys are playing it, so I'm trying to kind of do similarly. He's entering in. He's going to kind of look/bump around into people. The first one he bumps into and realizes he doesn't recognize them is going to be you, Laud. He is going to go ahead and attack you 3 times.
Okay.
All right, let's see. Looking at your AC, 14s. That
So
first one's going to miss. The second one will hit, as will the third. Anything you're wanting to do with that?
Yeah, so the third one I'm probably going to want to, like, I can see him now that he's 1 space away, right?
Technically, you can't.
Okay. Then I'll probably end up reacting to reduce some of the damage here with a cutting words, because I can do that. But if I can't see the attack, then I guess I can't try to negate one of the attacks.
Right. Both spaces are heavily obscured, so no. So here comes the first attack. That is going to deal 22 points of damage.
I would like to try to reduce that with cutting words. So
All right, so go ahead and
Which is
post
a
cutting
D8.
words for me. So when a creature that you can see within 60 feet of you makes a damage roll or succeeds on an ability check, so you can't see him.
Okay, I guess I can't do that then.
All right, right. So he's going to hit you for the 22, and then that second attack's going to hit as well for 20.
All right, I'm down.
All right, we're going to move to this guy's turn. All right, now this is a fresh round, so he's going to make his save now because he started in the cloud. He is retching and unable to do anything, so he's going to move out of the cloud. Sister Dorotka is going to move up a bit.
She's right here. She's right here. Sorry, Adam.
No, that's okay, but she's not sure what that means. Again, looking through the visual, it's difficult for her to see. Archgale.
5, 10, 15. I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15. Hearing Grim shout, I go, what? What do you need, Grim?
You need to get her to the sisters. They said I can't help her if I can't see her. That's what we're trying to do.
Got it. And then I will, hearing Grim's voice, I will attempt to grapple Grim.
Okay, now what I will say is if you're trying to do a chain pull here, I'm going to say that's going to cost you 4 times movement. Is that something you still want to do?
I suppose not, because then I don't think I could even do that.
Right, because keep in mind, you'd be trying to pull 2 people at the same time.
Move over and grapple her too.
I have a crazy idea.
Let's hear it.
I don't know what else to do. I'm going to throw everything at the wall and see what sticks. I'm going to free action grab a vial of sunlight off my belt and use that. And see if that helps with the cloud at all. Guess I'll go with
Alright.
right there. So at least I'm out of Grim's way.
Get out of my way.
So what I will say is that when you do this, a very bright light suddenly fills this area. It is like very strange now, as it seems as though sunlight is penetrating this area. It's not causing the cloud to go away, but think of it as like you're standing in this super bright effect as these vapors are all around you.
Wow, so I've made it even harder to see. It's like turning your brights on in fog.
Pretty much, yes.
One of the reader effects, I don't know if this is going to do anything, but it does say that it is literal sunlight and it causes harm or discomfort to vampires and other undead creatures that are sensitive to it.
Yes.
I assume that would have taken effect by now.
You don't hear any kind of effect, like, audible effect that tells you that anything is occurring because of the sunlight.
Okay, well, I guess 5, 10. So I've moved from here, 20. I'm gonna try. I guess I'm gonna go back. That was all I had, hoping that would do something. And my turn.
Get out of the way.
All right, this guy starts his turn in the cloud. He is also retching, so he's going to get out of the cloud. All right, you currently have her grappled, so she is going to attempt to bite you. But you managed to hold her at bay.
Calm down, lady. Calm down. We'll get you help.
All right, over in the corner here, Caliban, you're going to notice with horror as the Red Sister has this very vile grin on her face as she looks towards Runok, who is currently paralyzed. She is going to pull up her fancy dagger here, and you're going to see she channels some magical energy into it using her Touch of Death spell, which is perfect for people who are paralyzed. So she is going to go ahead and channel that. And then she is going to plunge that dagger into his throat, or try at least. Which would critical on its own. Okay, so this is going to hit. Here comes...
Critical hit, though. It's dark luck.
go ahead and post Dark Luck. I'm not sure if it's going to apply here because you're paralyzed.
If it applies here, you're really lucky.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, it does apply, but it's not actually doing anything. So she's not using the 24. She has to take the 16, which still just barely hits you. And because she hit you and because you're paralyzed, it's still a critical hit. All right, so because she did Touch of Death, the majority of this damage is going to be necrotic. So I'm going to go ahead and post that. All right, so this is a true crit.
I'm resistant.
You are, yep. So here comes first the dagger damage. So you're going to take 5 points of damage from the dagger. All right, and then here comes the Touch of Death. So that'll be 22 points of necrotic damage to you. All right, we move to Sister Olga's turn. Again, she's not really sure what she can do from here. She's going to kind of hold off back. This guy is going to start his turn in the cloud. Also retching, he quickly moves to get out of the cloud.
Is he bleeding or anything, Adam? I saw a mark on him.
He has disadvantage on his next attack roll, which is not going to occur, so no effect there. And we move to Caliban.
Caliban, seeing her stab Runok like that, is just going to try to lay waste to her, try to hit her as hard as he can.
Okay.
Ha!
Yes, that'll certainly hit.
I can't remember. Do I hit the crit damage or do I hit the crit?
You click your token, hit the critical hit on the top so we can see what the critical effect is before we have your roll.
I don't get them enough to know what it is.
All right, so it'll be crit damage. You're going to go ahead and click your crit damage, and then she'll have a rider effect of a 1d6 bleed. All right, so 12 damage.
And what are the chances of doing that a second time?
She will drop concentration, so Runok, you are no longer paralyzed.
Aha.
We gotta get out of here.
Oh, just missed it the second time, too.
That'll hit, though. Yeah, go ahead and post damage. All right, that slash will wound her once again as you slash your blade across her arm.
Told you to leave him alone.
All right, top of the round, Glory, Constitution saving throw for starting in the cloud. You are successful, so no effect.
Moving 20 to here. I do see a wolf.
All right, as you push your way out to there, I'm going to lock the tokens momentarily. You see that off at the edge of your vision there, Glory, you can see the two undead dogs. One was kind of scratching at the kitchen door. The other was kind of like sniffing around that area. But as you rush out into the inner bailey, both of them essentially are triggered and are going to join the battle.
I'm going to dash.
Oh, let me unlock the token. There you go.
I'm going to extend my range as a bonus action and to move back a little bit more. That'll end my turn.
All right, this dog is going to make his way here, squeeze through to get here, and he is going to attack you.
Reactive strike.
Okay. You are going to miss. All right, it lunges forth at you. 17, I believe that is going to connect. That is going to do 6 piercing damage to you since your rage, and it's going to pull you to prone. All right, Grim, you're starting in the cloud. Constitution saving throw.
I rolled it. I already passed it.
No, it's every round.
Oh, shoot.
Yep, you do indeed succeed. You're not affected.
Okay, so Adam, is this 5 feet of movement?
Yes. Well, oh, you're dragging her? Yeah, I'll give you that for 5 since you didn't move her.
All right. 15, 20. And I'm dragging her with me.
Yeah, it'd be 25 to where you're at currently.
Yeah, 25. Okay, so then I'm going to action dash to get out of the cloud.
Okay.
So I'm going to move. I don't know where I can move, but I want to move so that'd be 20 more feet of movement to there.
All right. So as you pull her out of the cloud now that she's not, you have a really good view of her. Your, visual comes back. You can see she is clearly an undead creature. She's not just sick like you were hoping. She looks very similar to the ghouls, just not as far along in her ghoulery, as it were.
Olga, this is Ilva. Can you fix her or what?
Dorotka, Sister Dorotka there will look at you and she will say, "She has been turned into a ghoul. We must give her her final slumber."
Oh, shit. Sorry, guys. That took me out of the battle. Yeah, she might still be. I doubt it.
Anything else on your turn here, Grim?
No. Okay, well then I'm going back in. This is where I die. Good luck, sisters.
All right, we move to this guy's turn. Glory, from your current position, you're going to hear some shouting from your west. "Get to the chapel! Invaders!"
So that's to the down?
To the down. Yep, you got it.
Okay.
All right, Runak, your turn.
Okay. I think Runok might try to run. But you know what? Let's try this thing. I'm going to do a spell. Does she look like a humanoid?
She looks human, yeah.
Alright, I'm going to do the Dark Maw spell.
Okay. Do you have that built into your sheet to post?
Yes. But there's another thing. I'm not sure if this was used when I was not in town. That it can, once per day, it can do like a paralyzing effect.
I don't think anybody used it.
Okay. Once per day, the user can make an unarmed strike with a paralyzing effect. So I'm going to just do my bite attack. Is that right? That's how we figured it out last time?
You can do that, yep. $17 will hit. So I think it's a normal attack, plus it has the rider of a low chance of paralyze.
They have to make a DC 10 Constitution saving throw.
Okay, right. So you didn't use the cantrip. You're using the rider effect of the once per day rider effect. So your bite hits and does normal damage. So go ahead and post your damage. All right, so you bite into her for 5 points of damage. Then she has to make a con save, DC 10. She does pass.
Dang. Dang. All right. Well, I wanted to paralyze her, but and I don't really have a bonus action here. If I disappear into the stinking cloud, will she get an opportunity? Will she be able to see me to get an opportunity attack?
So it's based on the square you're leaving. She can see the square you're leaving, so yes.
What if I'm in this square?
She can still see that square.
Okay, so he will still risk it, and he'll run.
All right, you step away from her, and she will stab out with that dagger. But she does not connect.
Okay, we'll get to there.
Okay, Barnaby.
All right, feeling
Sorry,
like
here's a Dracula.
yeah, since Barnaby feels like he hasn't really done much, he's like, may your God be kind to you in the afterlife, and he's gonna go ahead and try to hit something and do something in this battle.
22 will connect. That will wound her.
All right, and so is she kind of where she's at? Does that make sense in regards to, is she in his square or?
Nope, she's where she's at.
Okay, perfect. Yep. So that is his turn. Adam, can we see an amulet around her neck by any chance?
Well, she's wearing some tight-fitting shirt, so if she has one, it might be there, but no, you don't see it on first glance.
Okay.
Alrighty, on Neva's turn here, she's going to perform a snark upon the ghoulish sister. Oh, that's not an attack roll. That's a save. All right, here comes the save from the ghoulish sister. Yeah, she is not affected by that. Glory, you're going to notice as another one of the dogs starts sticking its maw in, but there's not enough space to get on through there. Laud, start of your turn. I'm trying to think, does poison affect a saving throw?
No, you don't have to look it up. No, it doesn't.
That sounds fake. Let me double check real quick. I know I think it gives disadvantage on checks, but I don't think it gives disadvantage on saves.
Well, I haven't been in here yet, so I'm not actually poisoned. So
Well,
I have to make that constant, right?
Takes effect at the start of your turn. I'm seeing if it's even going to matter. Ability check. Yeah, so it's only attack rolls and ability checks. So you can make the save, but it's not going to have any immediate issues. So go ahead and throw a con save.
Okay. Yep. What's that? Gotta go public.
All right, so you would fail that. So you are poisoned. You can't take any actions or bonus actions. Then go ahead and make your death save to GM. All right, and we'll keep that to ourselves as we move on. All right, this guy is going to push its way through the cloud where he heard the movement. Once he gets to here, bumps into something, realizes it's not one of his minions. He's going to attack you, Archgale.
Okay.
He is going to hit you twice. 15 damage on the first swing, 18 on the second for a total of 33 points of damage. All right, this guy is not in the cloud. He sees an enemy in Caliban over here, so he's going to rush over. He is going to miss Caliban. All right, Sister Dorotka. All right, she is going to point at you, Barnaby, and she is going to say, strike her down, give her release. So this is a bonus action. She's commanding you to use your reaction to get an attack against the ghoulish spear maiden.
And she's also restrained, right?
She is not restrained.
Okay.
13 is not going to be enough to hit. The sister is a little bit tiffed by that, but she'll step to here, and she's going to stab out with her spear twice. She'll hit on one of those attacks, wounding the ghoulish sister. All right, Archgale just took a walloping. It is your turn.
I'm gonna leave. Since I assume you can't see me, that won't incur any issues. Oh, I need to actually. I'm in the cloud.
You do, yeah. So, yep, Constitution saving throw. You are not affected.
Oof. All right, away I go. It's gonna be 5. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Hey, you know, I have an enemy to see. I haven't used my action. I can finally do something. I'm gonna cast. What's that thing called? Sacred Flame.
All right, you call some holy energy down upon the ghoulish sister, but she dodges out of the way.
All right, well, end my turn.
All right, this guy also not currently sick. He's going to make his way over to here, take a slash at Caliban. 19 on Caliban. That is going to connect.
Is he not technically in the cloud there? I guess not half.
Yeah, I will give you that. So he makes a 16 and is going to miss. Yeah, so I'll give it to you this time. But what his plan was to attack here and then use his last 5 to go here. And knowing that he was in the cloud, he probably went here anyway, but it's minor damage. So we'll just say he was dumb and he misses you.
Okay.
All right. We move to this one's turn. Let's see. She is still attacking Grim, who's got her grappled. And that is going to be 2 misses as her bites cannot connect. Okay, let's see. Caliban, I think you are the one that critted her, so roll me a d6, please. All right, her wounds bleed a bit more before that fades. She, again, doesn't like you being this close, so she's going to go ahead and whip up a spell. Wisdom saving throw, Caliban.
If I fail this, I'm going to be using something. So, but let's not think negatively. Let's just
Keep the
think
hope.
positive. Oh wow,
I'm going to think
Why do you
negatively
roll a
now.
0?
that's pretty epic. Let me burn my inspiration to oops. To not
I don't think I've ever seen anybody roll a 0.
He's got a -2 modifier, so.
Let's burn my inspiration to roll an 11.
Unfortunately, that is not enough, Caliban. You are paralyzed.
Okay. Oh, again, bardic inspiration on top of that as well.
Check Bardic Inspiration. Does that work against saves? I can't remember.
I don't know.
I believe it does.
I think so.
He posted real fast as soon as I can find.
Yeah, it just says
You're gonna get
fails.
saved by your girlfriend.
Fails a D20 test, so you can roll a D6 to add to that.
Oh,
It's
Neva.
it's
Big money, big money.
I'm level 5, so it's a D8.
She's
it
not
was
level 5.
It was from
Oh, right, sorry. It was from
Neva. Come on, Neva. You're gonna prove everybody wrong here. This is gonna be. Oh, no!
Caliban, you needed a 2 on that. I'm sorry. So that still
Oh.
fails. You are indeed paralyzed. All right, back over to Sister Olga's turn. She is going to say, Grim, stay in the fight. And she's going to give you back 12 HP.
I will.
All right, we move up to this one. He is going to make his way over to here. He is then going to attack you, Caliban. He's in the cloud, so this is just a straight up hit, but if it does hit, it crits. 13 is going to miss. He only has 5 feet of movement left, so he'll move there. All right, Caliban, your turn ends, but you get another wisdom saving throw at the end of your turn to shake off your paralyzation. Unfortunately, no, you are still paralyzed. All right, Glory, currently prone. What would you like to do?
Stand up.
All right, you spend half your movement standing up.
And I'm going to attack this dog here that's stuck in here with me.
Okay. That attack is going to miss. That one will connect. Yeah, you see it was still badly hurt from that seer undead from Archgale a while back, and that's enough to destroy the dead dog.
I'm going to move up a step, pull strike this other one.
Okay. You pull, prod it, just jabbing it through the doorway. Yes, that'll connect. Grim phase shifts and attacks with a spear. Let's see, 3 bludgeoning damage, or is it 5?
Plus the 2 rage. 3 bludgeoning plus the 2 rage.
All right, that's going to be enough to kill it as well. These guys are kind of cluttering up the area. I'm going to move them off just to free up, but visually, you're still seeing a big old clutter of bodies there. All right, move to Grim's turn.
Okay. Move here, drop my grapple, free action, ornate silvered spear, one-hand attack at the turned spear maiden.
Okay. 15 is not going to connect. Hits against underneath her arm.
Great. One more.
That one will connect. All right, you stab forth, wounding her. She's looking hurt.
Okay, and then I'm going to bonus action, because we can do it now. I have a potion of healing. I'm going to use that.
Okay. All right, this guy's far enough away that he is effectively out of combat, so I'm going to hide his movements from you guys so you don't know where he's at. All right, Runok. You are in
I
the
gotta make the save,
cloud.
right?
You do, yeah. You're in the cloud. Go ahead and make that save. You succeed on this.
Okay. I thought I heard Laud over here. Is it possible for me to search for him a little bit?
I feel like he's got a distinctive plump sound when he hits the ground. So sure, yeah, you realize he's there.
I know that splurt anywhere. All right. I'm gonna look for his body and see if he has a potion that's readily available. Since I will probably figure out that he is unconscious, right?
Yes. You pretty quickly ascertain that he is down and not moving. Law, do you keep a potion easily on your belt somewhere, or is it tucked away like in a backpack?
I mean, it was never described. It was just handed to me, so I would assume it would be on my belt so that I wouldn't have to, like, I could use it as a bonus action.
So we'll assume that for now. I'll say something for everybody to keep in mind. If you have it on your belt, yeah, you can easily use it as a bonus action, but it's also attackable. So if you get particular enemies that like, hey, I want to mess with you, they can swing at your potions on your belt to destroy them. If they're in your backpack, they can't, right? They won't swing for them because they won't know they're there, but then it would take you an action to retrieve them. So knowing that, if you want to say it was on your belt, that works for me.
Yeah, I would have kept it there just because I would want it to be available as a bonus action. So.
Fair enough. So yeah, Runak, you find that pretty easily. As you start tapping on his body, you find the potion at his belt.
Okay. And can I feed him the potion as a action or a bonus action? Do I have any of those left?
Yeah, you just started your turn. You didn't fail to save, so you definitely have an action to use. I can't remember in 2024. I think it's just a bonus regardless, but let me double check if feeding somebody else one is an action. Oh, interesting. The potion doesn't say anything about what action it takes. All right, for ease of play, I'm going to say this is a bonus action to feed him, and I will look that up later.
Okay. So do I roll? What is it? 2d4 plus 2?
2d4 plus 2. He can roll it because he's the one that's actually, consuming the potion.
All right.
Oh wait, I did that to GM. Do you want me to do it publicly or just use that value?
Nope, you can keep that.
Right. So it's 8, and then I will stabilize myself. Oh, thank God.
We gotta run out of here. We gotta go.
Oh, which way? Who is this?
It's Rudock. I'm getting out of here. Caliban was back there. I had to run. And okay, so it is bonus action. All right. I don't really have an action against these guys because I'd be blind. So I'm gonna get out here and I will dodge.
Okay. Barnaby.
I'm sorry, but it has to happen.
You stab forth and connect. All right, Barnaby, as you stab forward with your weapon into her chest, her body thrusts backward in a slow motion action scene. We see the locket flashes up from where it's been on her neck all this while, bouncing on her body as she collapses.
All right, and as interact with object, can I grab it and pull it off of her neck?
Do you have a free hand?
That would be a no. So I'll leave that to somebody else. I'm gonna go ahead and just stabbing her and everything like that, seeing the cloud. I'm gonna go ahead and just I'm gonna end my turn right there.
All right. All right. Neva, having saw this, is going to scamper forward, grab the locket off of the body, And then she's going to say, we have to get this to safety.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Can I?
I'm slowly pausing. What are you asking?
I mean, I can't reaction kill a so-called ally, right?
You could take a reaction attack if you wanted to, if that's what you wish to do.
I didn't really do that. I'm just joking.
She dodged that attack anyway, that fake attack.
Where the hell is she going with the thing? We need it. No, I guess if I put her in the balance, she's 70% been good. So she just stole our robes, in my view. Okay, I'm gonna watch her go.
All right, she gets out of this area. Okay, Laud, start of your turn. Hopefully you've applied that level of exhaustion already. If not, do that now. And you're starting your turn inside the cloud, so go ahead and please roll a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Failing, you have noxious vapors in your body. You're poisoned. No actions or bonus actions. What would you like to do? You're currently prone as well from being unconscious.
All right, so I'll stand up. So that's 15 feet of movement, which would leave me with, I guess, 10 left. So do I know, like, roughly where I am? I can't see, but, like, I would be trying to get out this way, but I don't know if I can leave.
I would say roughly, since we've all been playing loosey-goosey with what you can see in this cloud. Also, keep in mind, you always round down. So if your speed's 25 right now, standing up only costs you 10. You still have 15 left.
Okay, so I'll stand up 15 feet of movement. I'll move 5 there. And then is this still in the space or no?
That is still in the cloud. You're in like the secret doorway entrance, I'm going to call it.
Okay, well, I have no actions or bonus actions, and I don't think I can move diagonally, so I'm pretty sure I'm actually just stuck here.
If you wish, you can enter Runok's space. You'll end your turn, fall prone, but you'll be out of the cloud.
Come here,
I
buddy.
think I'd honestly rather be in the cloud.
Oh, come
Fair
on.
enough. Fair enough.
All right,
Yeah, that works.
fine, I'll do it. I'll go here and I'll go burn.
All right, you end your turn. Not enough space there. You fall prone. And then at the end of your turn, of course, the poison's going to wear off. So we'll take that off of you. All right, this guy's turn. He is going to enter here, bump into some bodies. He wants to get out of this cloud since the effect is a vision. He's going to come over to here, spot Barnaby there, and slash out mightily with his sword. Oh, Barnaby. 15, I think, is going to miss you. But then we've got a double crit. First critical is a true crit. So we're going to post that damage. 31 points of damage against you, Barnaby.
Ouch.
Second critical. All right, so this is a true crit, and then however much necrotic damage is dealt, your maximum HP will be reduced by that amount. Okay, so that's 35 damage, which of course is going to drop you to the ground after taking 66 damage in one round. And then your maximum HP is reduced by 18. Whatever you were concentrating on, of course, is gone, so I'm going to remove that indicator. All right, we're back over here. This Ghost Knight Conscript is going to take advantage of the fact that Caliban here is paralyzed and strike out at him. This attack will be at advantage, and if it hits, it's an auto crit. That is a double fumble there. So
Awesome.
He fumbles against a paralyzed target. Yeah, he somehow is so inept, he loses his footing, and if you should happen to take an attack against him, first attack roll against you next round. So if you get an attack on him next round, it would be at advantage. All right, Sister Dorotka's turn. She is going to quickly throw some healing over to Barnaby there. And that's going to give him 11 back. Okay, that was her action. As a bonus action, she is going to go ahead and use her Divine Orders ability, and she's going to say, Barnaby, attack that guy. Obviously, you are prone, Barnaby, so you'll have to take this attack at disadvantage if you wish to take it, but you can take it.
Yeah, and I also just gave myself my second level of exhaustion as well. So
All right. So a 10 is going to miss as you stab from the ground. Okay, move to Archgale.
Can I get a quick response from her? She just took off with the ropes.
You're saying that to Sister Dorotka?
Yes.
Throw me a persuasion check. She's going to say, I don't think we have any choice but to trust her for now.
I growl.
All right, Archgale.
I'm gonna call out to everyone I can see, anyways, or anyone who can hear me, and I'll go. It's time to leave. Let's go. I'm going to action disengage, and go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay. All right, this guy is also going to attack Caliban here. That is not going to get through Caliban's armor. As we move down to the sister, who is now slain, and the holy robes have been acquired, so I'm going to move her token over to the dead pile. All right, the sister. Yeah, Caliban, you notice a similar glee in her eye as she once again is going to stab out with her dagger towards you, but lace it up with some deep, dark magic. So as she channels that Touch of Death ability, luckily for you, she's only going to use a first level slot this time, trying to conserve some of her other slots. Here comes the attack. Oof. It is going to miss, hitting into your armor, not able to get that blade through. All right, Sister Olga is going to step up to the flank and attack this guy. She will hit him once, wounding him as she jabs him in the back. All right, this guy starts his turn in the cloud. Here comes the save. He is going to get sick and move out of the cloud, end his turn. Caliban paralyzed, turn ends. New wisdom save. That is a success. No longer paralyzed Caliban. All right, we're going to go ahead and remove that icon from Caliban. We are at the top of the next round, folks. We're a little way over our break time, so let's go ahead and pause here, take our 15-minute break, and come back on the other side.
High tension. High tension.
see you guys soon.
Welcome, everybody, back to the second half of our session. We're in the middle of this epic battle. Let's go ahead and put you guys right back in the map. I got so many things open here. I'm having to move things just to move you guys. All right, here we go.
Hopefully it's less and less.
Ah, it's all these sidebars open for spells and creature effects. And all right, let's go ahead and get our better music on. All right, we are at the top of the round. Okay, before Glory's turn, we have some added units to the battle that have been alerted. All right, Glory, you are still first to act.
All right, I'm going to move west. Going to dash.
All right, you dash down, opening the door, and noticing Neva standing there. She looks at you with a bit of surprise, and she says, I have it. I have to protect it.
Why do you have it? And I don't. I've never trusted her. I think we agreed on that. Have I said
Oh,
that?
you and I have.
This seems fishy. I'm gonna stay here. Bonus action extend range in my turn.
Okay. All right, that dog has been slain. Move to Grimm's turn.
All right, so I know he's immune to the effects of the stinking cloud, but he's still obscured when he's in it, right?
He would be heavily obscured if he's in the cloud, yeah.
And that's at least 51% covered, right?
I would say so.
Okay, I'll move here. I'm sure he's going to beat my shield bash, but I have to hit him first. Okay.
Love the
First things
confidence.
first.
Let's see it.
Lots of confidence over here. First things first, since I'm back in the fight, I'm going to use my last second wind. Boom. Yay. Really?
It's only slightly under average.
It's a D10 plus 5. Yeah, I guess so. All right, now I got something. I'm going to attack him with my ornate silvered spear.
9 will miss. 10 will miss.
I better save my inspiration for some saving throw. Okay, I'm going to... Oh, bonus action, second wind. Yeah, I'm done. Dang it. I was going to try to push him into the cloud.
All right, Runak, your turn.
Runak calls back, Caliban, come this way through the smoke. He's going to run to what they decided what the plan was, which was to try to find the secret entrance back out of here. So I'll rush up here. I guess bonus, or he'll hold an action to cast Eldritch Blast if he sees an enemy come out in the courtyard here.
All right, you ready in action?
And that's the end of my turn.
Okay, Barnaby, you are wounded. You're prone from getting knocked out by this big bad dude. What would you like to do?
I'm going to stand up like a man.
All right, you stand up like a little man.
And I'm going to stab you like a bigger man. I'm not going to let my buddy Grim here take all the glory.
15 will miss.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and use my end my turn button.
All right, fair enough. All right, Glory, you're going to see Neva move out into the inner bailey. When she leaves this space, you could take an opportunity attack if you wish. Or actually, I'm sorry, no, you have a polearm. So when she leaves that space, she's going to get to here. Is that what you're wanting to do?
I don't think I have any reason to
Okay, yeah. Just wanted
kill her. Where are you going? Is all I'll say.
All right, and as she's scampering out, she'll say, we said to make for the exit if everything went south. She's going to get closer to you, Runak, and she's going to say, I have it. Let me get to the secret tunnel.
Hey, give that here.
This guy is going to rush up, and he's going to attack you, Glory. .22 is going to hit.
Can I reactive strike it?
You can, yeah. That's going to be 2 points of damage to you. That will miss. Okay, move to Laud's turn.
Stand up.
All right, no longer prone.
And then 5, 10, 15 will get me here. And then I will dash. And I'll move here. And I guess I'll get into this corner. Give it to me. And I'll end my turn here. See if she does.
Adam, does this guy count as an enemy I can Eldritch Blast?
If you can see him, sure. The first one will miss because you're shooting through cover. The second one will hit. That will wound him. All right, this guy's turn. All right, people in the Great Hall, you can hear the sound of a door opening. Alrighty, this guy's turn. He is going to swing out at you, Barnaby, trying to knock you back to the ground. .20 is going to hit Barnaby for 16 points of damage. As he drops you to the ground, he's going to say, "Let's make sure he doesn't get back up again." He's going to take the sword and he's going to jab it down at your lifeless body. 13. As he jabs it down, he misses, so he's going to do that again. He's going to miss a second time as somehow you flopping around. All right, this guy's turn. He's going to go ahead and attack Caliban. Actually, he's realizing Caliban's armor is quite good, so he is going to try to grapple Caliban instead. So, Caliban, strength or dexterity save, your choice.
He drops his weapon to do so.
He does, yeah. Well, actually, he only has a one-handed sword, so he doesn't need to do that.
Oh,
okay,
boo.
so you will manage to avoid that. All right, Sister Dorotka will step on top of Barnaby's space and attack. She will manage to connect once, wounding him. And as he gets struck, he will say, "You spear maidens are not welcome here." All right, this guy's turn. He's going to make his way up here and attack you there, Glory. That is going to miss. Archgale.
Ooh, okay, let me just make some measurements here. So that's 20 feet. I'm going to action disengage. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Okay.
30.
As you step to there, oh, you disengaged, right?
Disengaged, yep. Still no spells, so nothing I can do. And my turn.
All right, this guy's going to try to do the same thing, Caliban. He's going to try to grapple you. Once again, you fight off that grapple. All right, the sister is getting quite tired of you here. All right, she is going to cast a spell as she holds some dark magic in her hand and reaches out to touch you. I'll need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, it had to be wisdom, right? Oh,
Channeling your inner faith, you are not affected by this curse. All right, that is her turn. All right, the sister is going to continue attacking this guy. She'll miss, but then critically hit. True crit. For 14 points of damage. Striking him good. All right, this guy's turn. Hey, what do you know? He's going to come here and try to grapple you, Caliban. He will succeed. He is then going to pull you down to this space, which is going to put you into the cloud. Start of your turn, Caliban. I'll need a Constitution saving throw. You succeed, not affected. You're currently heavily obscured. You can feel this guy holding on to you from your west. What would you like to do?
I will burn one of my second winds. I still have 2 left. Specifically so I can move without opportunity attacks.
You're currently grappled, so you cannot move.
Oh, I try to break that grapple.
You can, sure. So this is your action to break the grapple, and then you would use athletics or acrobatics to do so. No, you are unable to break the grapple.
Can I retcon that second win because it was only to move? And I realized,
Yes.
if I'm grappled, I can't move. Yeah. Okay. So speed 0, and that was my action to break it. I don't know if I have anything. Yeah, that I can do from there. Son of a gun. I will end my turn.
All right, and just as a side note, Caliban, for future rounds, one thing to consider is that when you try to break a grapple, you're only getting to do it once. Obviously, because you're a fighter at level 5, you get extra attack. You probably could have killed him, which would have broke the grapple. With extra attack, you'd have 2 chances. So just something to consider for future rounds. Glory.
I'm going to attack the injured one next to me.
Okay. $24 will certainly hit. 16, yeah, that's going to be enough damage to slay him.
And then this one.
You miss that one with your attack.
Over here.
All right, you step away from his area. He will take that reaction to strike you. $11 is going to miss.
Pole stroke.
23 will hit. All right, you slap him with the pole of your halberd.
The rest of my movement and my turn.
All right, Grim.
Okay, bonus action, my last healing potion.
You're drinking your last healing potion?
Yep.
Okay.
Pretty good. Okay, 2 attacks with my ornate silvered spear.
16 will miss. 9 will miss. All right, Runok.
Okay. Runak's never 100% trusted Neva either. So, seeing her proclaim that she has the item that we need, but with us being, it's destiny that this group gets it. I'm going to cast Friends on her.
Okay, go ahead and post that. All right, so this will be a wisdom saving throw. Let's see, your DC is...
That's better than that. 15.
Okay, so she has the charmed condition.
I'm going to say, here, give me that, and I'll hold on to it for us so that they can't get it from you.
Give me a persuasion check at advantage.
Nice, nice.
She says, yeah, okay, that makes sense. And she'll hand it over to you.
Okay. I tuck it away. And I will clear the area and go, all right, let's get back down in there. And that's the end of my turn.
All right, Barnaby, death saving throw to GM, please. All right, we won't announce that to anybody as we move to Neva's turn. And then you see she will step into here, and then she will say, where's Caliban? Where's he at? Where'd he go?
He was in the smoke.
All right, Laud.
Let's go.
All right, Laud, are you entering the escape tunnel?
I'm not yet. I'm actually gonna like cover our flanks. I'm just gonna have my crossbow out and ready to like take a shot at anybody that comes through. I'm gonna like let a couple people go through first. Probably Runok
Okay, that sounds good.
or Glory. That will end my turn.
All right, down to this guy. He's going to go ahead and rush in. This guy saw Archgale rushing out, so he's going to make his way down here. And he's going to attack Archgale. 15, that is not going to connect against Archgale. All right, this guy's turn. He is going to swing out at you, Grim. Hitting only on the third attack. Dealing 16 points of damage. You see he's kind of realizing what you're trying to do here with the cloud. So he's going to go ahead and step to here, provoking an opportunity attack from the sister. Which will hit. All right, then we move up to this one's turn. All right, he's got Caliban where he's able to see. Well, that square's more covered, so I'm going to say this is still at disadvantage. So that's going to miss. All right, Sister Dorotka.
Why are we running? Let's go. We have what we wanted.
And leave your friend behind?
Yes, if need be. He can manage.
All right.
Oh!
She steps over Barnaby's downed body to attack this guy a couple times. She will hit once for 5 points of damage.
We can't keep hitting him for 5. It's going to take like 5 turns.
She will then use her bonus action to allow you, Grim, to use a reaction to attack him.
I don't know if that's going to help, but thank you, my fair silver stage maiden.
That is going to miss. All right, this guy's turn. He's going to move to the flank position against Archgale and attack. 16 is going to miss. Archgale.
All right, action disengage. Let's go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And I'll yell out to Glory, Glory, wait, please help me. And end my turn.
All right, this guy is going to move to here and attack Caliban. 7's going to miss. All right, the Red Sister's turn. Seeing what she can do that doesn't require seeing. Oh, okay, interesting. This spell does not require that you see the target. So she is going to cast this on you, Caliban. Let's see. You can't see her. Yeah, so this is a wash. It's going to be straight up. All right, you see this flare of energy flashes by your head as it does not connect. All right, this sister is also going to attack him. But she is not able to connect. All right, this guy starts his turn in the cloud. So he's going to make a save. He is unable to take an action or a reaction.
Does that break the grapple?
It does not. And in fact, he's going to pull you backwards. All right, Caliban, your turns. Con saving throw in the cloud. That is a failure. You are going to be poisoned. Cannot take an action or bonus action.
Okay.
And you can't move because you're grappled. So unfortunately, I think that's just going to be a straight end turn. All right, Glory.
I'm going to move. Move there. I'm going to hold an action for the first person who comes into range.
You can do that if you want, but remember, you have reactive strike. So essentially, if you hold your action, you got to use your reaction to do that anyway.
Oh, yeah, okay, that's right. I guess I'll... Shit. I'll move there and attack this guy
Okay.
by the door.
That is going to miss. That is going to miss. That will connect.
So this does have the Divine Fury.
So 8 is
8
correct.
damage.
All right, yeah. You
Yeah,
wound him.
8's correct. Ends my turn.
All right, Grim.
Taking advantage of his tactical mistake. Fall into the flank. Well, girls, if we're not running, it's been an honor to fight with you. We die in glory.
17 will hit. Wounding him.
We're all fighting with spears. It's so cute. All right, I'm going to need a strength saving throw, please. I'm going to knock him prone.
You do indeed manage to knock him prone.
All right, this is with advantage.
That will hit as well.
And Savage Attacker is once per turn, so I'll just click damage.
Stabbing down and wounding him again.
And Sap.
All right, down arrow for Sap. Okay, Runok.
Okay, Runok will take 2 shots. Eldritch Blast at this one right here.
Okay. Both will connect. He is slain.
Oh, bummer. Okay.
You didn't get through all the crit.
Yeah, unfortunate. But the crit, sends out a warning flare to the other ones, scare them. I go, we got to get out of here. And I go down to the escape.
Now,
Is there a certain square I need to go to?
Yes. Are you entering the escape tunnel?
Yes.
All right, so effectively, I'm going to put you out of combat. You're climbing down the ladder, and you're down in the escape tunnel. Remember, it's a 2,000-foot pathway to the north here. So I'm going to keep you here just so you can see what's going on, but effectively, you're out of the combat. Make sense?
Sure. Yes.
Okay. All right, we will move to Barnaby. Another death save, please, Barnaby.
Adam, before I roll this, I'd like to call it a life saving throw. I think the death saving throw gives me the GB weebies.
Yeah, that's more optimistic. Yeah.
Can I give my inspiration to him as well, if possible?
Well, so generally what I do here is if somebody fails their final death save, then I will usually take pity upon that poor soul and say, would anybody like to use her inspiration? So you hold on for that.
Okay.
All right, we will move to Neva's turn. Hearing that Caliban is back in the cloud, she will be a bit brave here and move out here. And she'll say, Caliban, are you in there?
Need some help. Stay safe.
All right, she will use her bonus action to grant you Bardic Inspiration once again. Laud.
Okay, I'm gonna take 5, 10. Anybody from
I'm sorry, you broke up there. What was that?
Can I see glory from here? I think I can, but maybe not. not-
Barely.
Okay, I'm gonna use my bonus action to give my last bardic inspiration to him, and then I'm gonna go run down the tunnel.
All right, so you're entering the tunnel. Okay, you're effectively out of combat as well then. All right, we move to this one's turn. He is going to go ahead and move into the flank to then attack at Grim. Actually, he noticed what you did, Grim. He's going to try to push you to prone, so strength saving throw or dex saving throw.
Oh my god. Get away from me, you little mosquito.
Yeah, not any effect to that. All right, that guy has previously been slain. Okay, this dude will stand up from prone. He's going to attack you, Grim. First attack at disadvantage because of sap. So that'll be a 12. Second attack is going to miss. Third attack is going to miss.
Oh my god.
That third attack is actually a fumble, but that's the third attack, so it doesn't matter. All right, we move then to this guy. He is going to enter the cloud, attack Caliban on the flank. Miss. He's then going to exit the cloud. All right, this sister is going to attack this guy. Hitting him once. Wounding him. This guy is seeing what has just happened in the battlefield here, and he says, I'm going to get more!
Girls, we need to run.
Archgale.
Action, give thumbs up and happy, pleased, clap to glory. No, dash. 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. Wait, how do I enter this door?
Yeah, that's
Is
fine.
it
You can
like
call that 25, 30.
30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, and I assume that Laud is not there.
He is down the hatch and trying to make his way through the tunnel. So yes, you don't see him immediately.
Okay, but I assume it's an action, not a free thing to open up the thing, unless it's already open.
It's already open for ease of play. As soon as you touch that space, if you declare you're going in the tunnel, you're out of combat.
Okay, I'm going to use the last 5 feet of my movement to go down the tunnel.
All right, you're in the hatch, out of combat. All right, move to this guy. Similarly, he is going to come down here, attack Caliban. 19, that will manage to hit.
That will hit. Yep.
3 points of damage to Caliban, then he'll make his way out of the cloud. Sister's turn. Once again, she's going to fire off a blast of magic. That will hit. As you're in the cloud there, Caliban, you suddenly get slammed by this magical force, taking 13 points of radiant damage. All right, Sister Olga is going to attack on the flank. She will critically hit again.
Good.
Twice as many damage as normal, and the creature is bleeding for 1d4 per round. Okay, here comes the crit. 13 damage. Wounding him again.
I'm getting his effing sword. Okay, girls, we're in it to win it, huh?
All right, this guy who's got you grappled, Caliban, he starts his turn, has to make a save. He is retching up, so he can't take an action or bonus action. Instead, he's just going to move backwards, pulling you with him. Caliban, start of your turn, con save.
If I don't make this, I'll be using that Bardic Inspiration.
Okay. That is a failure.
I
Right.
won't use it because that won't no good there.
Makes sense, yep. All right, and unfortunately, that means no action or bonus action. Can't move because you're grappled, so we move to Glory.
All right, going to move towards the secret tunnel.
Okay, feel free to do so.
Dashing.
All right, you enter the secret tunnel, and you're effectively out of combat. So for those of you that are out of combat, I'm going to go ahead and remove you from initiative order once your turn comes around, just so we move this a little bit quicker. Grim, your turn.
Can you give him the Eye of the World, maybe, to see the last 20 minutes of this?
Oh, yeah, I can throw I forget what I call that guy. Spectator token.
Yeah. That way they're not as bored as, well, I'm not bored.
Yeah, go ahead and take your turn. I'm getting those set up right now.
All right, well, it's been an honor to fight with you ladies, shield maidens. Let's bring this to an end. 2 attacks, that's what I got left.
19 will hit.
All right.
$11 points of damage.
And I'd like him to make a strength saving throw and try to knock him prone.
He is not knocked prone.
Okay, that's fine. Another second attack.
Yeah, that'll hit as well. Wounding him a second time.
And sap.
And he is sapped.
Let's finish it off, girls! Grab Barnaby and get GTFO!
All right, for everybody that is currently in the tunnel, I've set you up spectator tokens. You will find them here. Each one of you should have your own spectator token. Feel free to move around. Just try not to move around like right in active combat, like and be a distraction. And if you're in the tunnel, I'm removing you out of the initiative order. So Runak, I'm taking you out of initiative. And Barnaby, it is your death saving throw time.
Adam, life saving throw.
Right. How could I forget? Life saving throw. All
Nat 20.
right. And we will keep that to ourselves as we move to Aniva's turn. Not much she can do. So she's going to say, Caliban, I'm going back to the escape hatch. Don't take too long.
I'll be there. Run.
All right, she gets out. She's effectively out of combat. All right, Laud is out of combat. All right, this guy is going to attempt to push you prone. Again, here, Grim, strength saving throw. Not a chance.
Get away from me, you maggot!
All right, Grim, this guy's trying to take you down. First attack at disadvantage.
He could.
22 at disadvantage, going to hit.
Yeah,
For
he could.
17 points of damage. Second attack. Critically hits.
Yeah.
Twice as many damage as
And he's a-
normal, and the creature's maximum hit points reduced by the same amount.
Hey, wait a second, Adam.
Hey.
Did he take his bleed damage from his? He's been bleeding.
This is the first round. He did not, but yeah, go ahead and roll that. I think. Oh, that was actually her roll. He will take 1 bleed.
Ouch. Well, you never know, right?
You tried. You tried.
I want to use my inspiration so he could re-roll his crit attack.
I don't think that's an option in this game, is it?
No.
I think that's a great house rule.
We used to do that in our old campaigns, but we didn't follow that one over. Try to stick closer to the 2024 standard rule. So unfortunately, not on this one, Grim. Okay, so I'm looking at your max HP right now. Had you already reduced that the first time you lost max HP?
Yeah. No, not max. No, I only reduced the damage from the first attack, not the crit so far.
No, I'm sorry.
I'm the one that has. I'm the one
Yeah,
that
that
has.
was Barnaby.
max
Oh, that was
HP.
Barnaby. Okay, my bad.
Yeah,
All
my
right.
max is 32 now.
Okay, got it. All right, so this is just a standard. You're taking the crit, and your maximum hit points are reduced only by the necrotic damage.
Right.
All right, 31 points of damage, and your max HP gets reduced by 18. All right, and similarly, he is going to try to finish you off. So as you drop to the ground, he will take his third attack on the down to you.
I don't drop.
You don't drop because
He
you're using a
chooses
special
not to.
feature. All right, and that's a one-time use, and you can't use that again, right?
Correct. So I have 1.
1 HP. Okay, here comes his third attack on you, where he says, "Die." But misses, even with the flank. All right, this guy's turn. He is gonna hang out there. All right, she is gonna go ahead and attack the big guy here. She will hit him twice.
Yes.
And Sister Dorotka has slain General Grimslade.
What a beast.
All right, this guy's turn. He is doing stuff off screen-ish. Archgale is in the tunnel. So we move to the next guy, who also is going to chill there. She is going to fire off another magic blast at you, Caliban. But that will not connect. Oh, finally! Sorry, Barnaby, I've been trying to pick you back up this whole battle, but they hadn't recharged.
I
that
know. I've been
ability.
seeing you roll. I've been looking 5 or 6. I've been seeing 1s and 4s.
All right, Barnaby gets 8 HP back.
You lucky gnome. Seriously.
All right, this guy's turn. He's going to make a save. He is still yakking it, so he's going to pull backwards. Pulling Caliban to here, he realizes that Caliban's then out of the cloud, so he pushes Caliban back in the cloud. Caliban, start of your turn. Con save, please.
Oh, see, I can imagine we did it, we killed him, and then we come crashing in, wrestling together, right? Kind of.
Pretty
wrapping
much,
together.
yeah.
Where you been, man?
Yeah. Kind of busy here. Weird. Athletics, right?
I think this is just a... Oh, no,
Oh,
I'm sorry.
sorry,
Constitution
Constitution.
saving throw. Yeah, I lost my train of thought for a
Forgot.
moment there.
I did as well. All the different saves. Yes, con save first.
You succeed on that, and then it is your turn, so you can do what it is that you would like. You're currently grappled.
I'm attacking this guy big time.
Okay,
No more
so
messing around.
you can't see him, he can't see you, so this will cancel out. This is a straight up attack.
Okay.
All right, that does indeed manage to connect. Yeah, you impale him, and he drops to the ground. You're no longer grappled.
We were wrestling, come crashing in, struggling. Suddenly, a sword bursts through the guy's chest. I let him drop to the floor. What I missed? I was in that cloud forever. I'm never gonna get the stink out of this armor.
We need the GTFO.
Yeah. There's still one guy over there. I think we're yeah. Can I? Barnaby, is you okay, little bud?
I'm yeah.
I gotta go to there, and I'll use my second attack on this poor bugger here. We're gonna get out of here, but I'm gonna hold things off. So yeah, second attack on this guy.
Okay. 13 is not enough to connect.
All right.
You should have flanked him.
Can I? Is the second wind a bonus action?
It is.
I'm gonna second wind. Do that. And use that to move through the door. That's 5. Oh, is this the right door, though?
No, this one down there.
I will say, Caliban, based on how you can look at the blueprints, you know you're fine to go through that door.
You know that? Down there? Okay. 5, 10, 15 to there. And in my turn. I'll roll the recovery dice there.
All right, Gloria is out of combat. Okay. In the sake of time, this guy is definitely not going to be able to hurt you too much. Let's see, we're at round 12, so the cloud would be just about to drop. But yeah, is it safe to assume you guys are all rushing out to the escape tunnel, basically probably killing this guy in one hit and then running out to the escape tunnel?
I am going to take that effing sword with me, though.
Yep, you can do so. And I will also say that the sisters, once they realize that you guys are at least able to walk, they will quickly run down to the pantry and call for the other sick sisters to join them. And pretty quickly, they all rush out towards the tower to get to the escape tunnel. You guys, I'm going to assume, are able to quickly kill this conscript without too much effort and then start doing the same. I will say, just in sort of a cinematic fashion, as you're rushing out of here, you're being harried by some shots coming from the walls as more of the conscripts have noticed that you guys are there now. You notice those statues kind of fly down, maybe start harrying you a bit, but I'm going to assume you guys managed to get into this actual tower, slamming the door behind you, maybe holding it shut while some of you get into the tunnel and then like barricading it a bit, and then getting into the tunnel yourselves. And all of you guys managed to slip through the tunnel and take the very uncomfortable 2,000 foot march back to the tunnel. You get through the tunnel into the cave where you fought the owlbears and then push all the way out into clean, fresh air of outside.
Where were we attacked by 20 archers? No.
Wow.
Woo!
What an encounter, Adam. That was... Did we all make it? I'm looking around.
We all made it.
Yeah,
What? How did we make it?
That's the craziest part, is we all made it.
And Adam was trying. I could tell. I played with him for years. Like, that was legit battle, Adam.
There were several
Absolutely.
times where I thought certain people were just getting abandoned and dying. Like Caliban and Laud and Barnaby, I thought were all done based on just like where they died, like in the clouds where nobody could get to them.
I messaged Brian and I said, "Hey, dude, if you need to run, I get it." I mean, honestly.
Tell us how close
Kelly,
you were
I'm
to
looking
fully
at-
dying, Barnaby. How close were you to fully dying?
I had 2 lives and 1 death, I think. So.
You rolled I thought your first roll was a 1, so that'd have been 2 failed death saves.
No, but it was a 7. So it rolled. It wasn't a fumble.
Oh, okay. For some reason in my head, I thought you rolled a 1, and I was like, uh-oh, that's not good.
No, because of exhaustion and everything, it brought me down. But I looked, right, so it was a
Gotcha.
7, but it shows as a 1.
7 with a -6 from the exam. Okay, that makes more
Yep,
sense.
yep.
So I will in character say, Caliban, you made it? Like,
There's a little tense up there. I went to rescue this one, and he kind of jabs a finger to Runok, and then he bugged out and left me behind. I got paralyzed by that witch in the red robes, and I thought I was a goner, but the old armor did its job. None of them can get through.
your girlfriend took the robes. Where is it?
No, no, no. Your friend used magic on me to force me to give it up to him. I know you don't all trust me, so at least he has it now.
Who? Which one?
And Rudak will hand it over to Archgale.
Yay! I have the robes. I will open the well. I will look to the sisters. Yeah, the sisters are with us too, right?
Yes, all 6 of them.
Hey,
Girls, oh, look at the robes. Look at this. We got it. We did it.
Sister Dorotka and Sister Olga will be round-robin healing folks, using their ability as they recharge, sometimes more slowly than you'd expect. But they do manage to heal folks as best they can. They are both very impressed that we have managed to recover the Holy Robes of Sister Adeline. They confirm that this is, in fact, the robes. And both of them kind of confer with one another for a moment before saying that as the saviors of the sisters and for all of your efforts, one of you should wield this in the light of Good's name and Sif's name, at least until you can make your way back to Jost, to the high priestess there.
But
Well, I'm not a good person, so maybe someone else should use it.
I'll hold on to it for the time being.
Adam, and I'm going to cast Detect Magic as a ritual to check out that sword that Grim's got.
Okay.
But isn't the... Oh, yeah.
Should we be worried about them coming and finding us?
Yeah, we should get somewhere safe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's move.
Grim,
I'll ask
do
my
I hear-
questions to the group while we walk.
I'm sorry about your sisters.
They are speaking with one another, and then Sister Olga will speak up and she will say, "It is unfortunate that we lost her. She was a good friend and a better priestess, but I'm sure that she wouldn't want us to despair. We must take the holy robes back to Jost. We must reunite them there and hopefully put an end to the darkness."
Grim?
That's what I will ask him. Is I will say, isn't the point to take down the Empire with these? Shouldn't we do that now?
You see they both kind of look at one another a little bit confused, and then Sister Dorotka will say to you, "Take down the Empire. You think this item by itself is just like going to wipe the Empire away?"
Well, yes, actually.
I am very impressed by your faith in Sif's power, but I'm afraid the item isn't quite that powerful.
Hey Barnaby, did you do detect magic? That's a side note.
I'm going to assume
Yeah,
you guys, based on saying, do we really want to wait here? Ritual would be 10 minutes, so you're kind of scattering away and not doing that quite yet?
Okay, copy that. Let's put a note in here that I have that dude's sword, so that's all I was thinking.
Yeah, once we get somewhere like kind of off the beaten path, I would try to ritual cast Leomold's tiny hut, and we could like hide and rest in there because it's
Okay.
opaque, so it should be pretty hard for people to find us if we just kind of get a secluded spot and make it kind of blend into the background.
So keep in mind, opaque means that it's like a solid color, right? They can't see through it. But yeah, if you're out in the woods and you have just this like barrier there, it's going to be very noticeable to anybody close by. So I don't think the spell says like it camouflages or anything along those lines. So I would say think of it sort of as, it's safe, but not necessarily discreet.
Okay, yeah, I guess I figured maybe we could like try to find like a cave or something and do it in there, where it can just be kind of the color of the shadows. It'd be hard to find us.
Sure,
But,
yeah, you
yeah.
can
You
try to
can't make
find.
it any color.
I know you can make the inside colored how you want. I don't believe. Let's see, opaque from the outside and of any color you choose, but it's transparent from the inside. Right. So again, whatever color you pick, think of it as even if you pick black. Again, it's a thing of blackness where you would expect to be able to see things, right? So it sticks out dramatically.
Yeah, no. So I was saying like try to get somewhere like a cave or something that somebody probably wouldn't go in anyway and do it in there type of a
Sure,
thing.
yeah, you absolutely can try that. So what I would ask for is a survival check here. Whoever would like to make that to basically just find a suitable place that is out of the easy eye.
I have proficiency. I will help. I know I'm not the highest, but I have proficiency, and I'll help.
I believe glory is the highest. I think we've had this combo before.
I can roll it.
And I can give you inspiration here. Actually, I guess I can't give it over, so never mind.
You already gave me inspiration.
I gave you bardic inspiration. Yeah, so you should still have that. It lasts for an
Well-
hour though. I don't know how long it would have taken us to get out here.
I'll reveal my hand and say a 24 was a success. And yeah, you have no worries there. You find a very suitable place to rest and relax, and then Laud, you conjure up your tiny hut. Yeah, you guys are not concerned at all that you're going to be stumbled upon here. You are free to rest.
Long rest?
Yep, that'll pass by just in a moment. So based on what I heard so far, just quick notes or housekeeping kind of things. The longsword is magical, so you'll be able to detect that. Obviously, the Holy Robes Adeline also detect as magical. Was there anything else anybody was trying to do short term?
Can you remind me, is like to try to determine if like something is cursed, is that part of just the detecting magic, or is that a completely separate set of actions and requirements?
I don't know that there's actually, there's probably a spell that could detect that. I don't think there's a mechanic that allows you to detect curses just in general. They are just supposed to be, dangerous. I think if you identify, it might reveal a curse, but I'd have to double read the spell text. Glory.
Okay, so you just get it and maybe remove it or something.
Yes.
So I got the gist of what happened combat-wise, but how did she end up with the robes? Doesn't make sense.
I can explain it. So, I dragged Ilva out, thinking that the Silver Sisters could cure her of her disease. It was a bad idea, so we had to kill her. Once she died, the necklace raised on her chest, and Neva came in on her next turn and grabbed it and ran out of the room. So that alerted me a little bit.
Well, she ran out saying that she was going to take it to safety, right?
Thank you, Barnaby. Jeez, I can't believe how you guys are turning around this on me. Caliban.
And I gotta point out, when I was stuck in that cloud with all of those fighters, the only one of you that came back for me was her.
And you gave the necklace to Runok, right?
I was trying to take it to safety when he used wicked mind-altering magic on me to force me to give it to him. I think he's probably just as dark as some of the opponents we've been facing.
No. That's not it. We were just friends for a second. That's how it works.
You used mind-altering magic on me. Do you know what that's like? That's just like forcing someone to do something against their will. Glory.
Oh, yeah. It happens to me all the time.
I actually read about that in your book.
I thought you were here to write about us, not take part. You were all opposed to taking part before. And I don't remember you taking the robes as part of the plan. Didn't seem to me as how it turned out that you needed to take the robes.
The plan was to get them to safety, right? What do you mean not taking part? I've been helping you this whole time. I've been giving you advice. I've been using my abilities to aid you where I can. You know what the problem is here is all of you are so jaded by your experience. Each one of you just immediately sees enemies everywhere you look, and it's so frustrating. I don't know if I can even stay with this group anymore.
We were all busy fighting. She was doing what she could do to help and getting the robes to safety. Even the sisters agreed with that. Is that not the right action she should have done, sisters?
You see the two sisters kind of look at each other, and then you see the sister Dorotka looks back at you and she says, I think we'll sit this discussion out.
But it took magic for you to hand over the robes. You didn't give the robes over voluntarily.
Did he even ask before he did his mind magic on her?
No.
Should he have asked? It was our mission.
I would have grabbed it had I had any hands free. So I mean, if she would have done it, or that was our mission. So I don't see that she did anything wrong. Thank you for grabbing it and running when I had my hands full before I died almost.
I didn't think she was doing anything wrong. I wanted to make sure. They said that they were tasked by some god to find this stuff. So I wanted to make sure they got it. I don't think you did anything wrong, Neva.
It's Neva, and the fact that you would use magic to force me to give it to you just says a lot about your character. I've always wondered if you're actually a good person, not knowing what I know about you, and it's pretty clear that you're not.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
Look, Neva, it's obvious Gloria and I are the biggest critics in this party. You can keep your ire on us. But in the end, results matter. And we have it. And because you grabbed it, well, maybe you would have given it to him on your own will, maybe not. But, starting to even the balance here. You did good in there. Just gonna let you know that.
I know I did good, but obviously you guys don't trust me. Once we get back to Jost, I'm afraid I'm going to have to leave this group. Caliban, if you want to stay, I would be more than happy to continue my acquaintance with you. I'm sure we would have good times, but if you choose to go with them, I can't follow you guys anymore. You're not the kind of people I really want to write a good story about. I'm not sure you're much better than the people you're fighting, if I'm being totally honest.
I'm not sure if I'm going to stay with them either. And the fact that none of them came back for me, and I was in there trying to rescue Runak, I might go with you. And he kind of stomps off and stands kind of off on the side of the
Don't be a baby. Some of us were busy falling and bleeding.
I'm gonna walk away from this argument and go over to the sisters and ask them, how does it work? The robes.
You will see Sister Olga looks towards you and she will say, I've been an expert on the robes for as long as they've been in existence, studying them, trying to catalog everything I can about their usage. They are a very potent item, but it will only work for people who are true of heart. If you wield the item and attune to it, you are granted some special abilities. It will protect you against spells cast by undead creatures. It will also allow you to summon down the sacred energy flames that you've seen us use sometimes. And it has a very potent ability that allows you to unleash the power of sunlight against enemies.
Oh, that could be helpful. Would you mind if, while we travel back, I attune to this?
I think it is more than suitable. You, again, were one of the heroes that helped us reclaim them and help us reclaim our sisters. We are eternally grateful. I would say we do not have the authority to give you this item, but you can certainly use it until we get back to Jost, at which point it will be up to Jagoda to decide what happens with the holy robes of Sister Adeline.
Okay, then I'll spend my long rest attuning to them.
Okay. Now, in 2024, there are no alignments. So what I'm going to do here is basically, if you're acting like a good person, I'm going to assume you're good, and that gets very subjective. So what I'm going to say is, so far in my estimation, nobody in the party has done anything that I would call evil. So right now, I'd say everybody is at least neutral, probably closer to good. If you start taking actions, which I consider evil, I'll just start, sending you messages being like, hey, you're kind of edging closer towards evil. I don't know that I'll have to worry about that at all, but just something to keep in mind. It won't be a surprise. It won't be suddenly like, oh, now you're evil. But if for some reason you started doing those kind of things, I'll give you kind of a little warning and we'll kind of play it that way. So yeah, you are certainly able to attune to this, and I will go ahead and reveal the item to everybody.
Perfect. And just really quickly, Adam, on top of that, isn't that a part of cleric too, or did they remove that as well, where you, like, if your god is good, you need to be at least good?
Back in the day, that was a rule. You always had to be one shift away from your deity's alignment. So, like, if they were good, you could be neutral, but you couldn't be evil. I don't think that's even a thing in 2024 anymore. Like, they really deprioritize
I don't
alignments
even
in
think it's a
general.
5e thing.
Yeah, that part isn't, but in 2014, I think you still did an alignment. In 2024, I think they got rid of alignments pretty much entirely.
Yeah.
For the player characters, anyway.
Legendary item. Look at that. Level 5 with the legendary item. That was worth the fight.
Can't be charmed. Is pretty powerful.
That
That's
means
Kobold
none of
Press
you
for
can
you.
be charmed, actually. That's huge.
Well,
Um,
can't be charmed or frightened by undead creatures.
Yes. All right. So, guys, that was a very hectic battle. You guys obviously all survived. Go ahead and apply a long rest to yourself, as I'm going to assume you guys sleep here in the tiny hut, sleeping over to the next day. This gives you a much needed revitalization, your abilities back, all those fun things. You will notice, however, the 4 sisters who were saved, their hit points have been permanently reduced. They need more potent magic to be able to fully recover. The 2 sisters who are fully capable, Sister Olga and Sister Dorotka, will inform you that the other sisters are quite weak. They can't really fight because of the state that they're in, and that if you should run into any trouble on your way back to Jost, they will try to protect the 4 sisters and not, let harm come to them. That is going to be their goal. That is going to be their focus. So they may not be able to assist you as much, as they want to make sure that their fellow sisters aren't hurt. They do also say that they will use their own magic abilities to prevent any of the sisters from suffering the effects of Deracule fever. They won't become ghouls or Deracules, but they don't have the power, the potency to actually fully restore their health, and they need Jagoda's help to do that. So they really want to get back to Jost for multiple reasons, this being another one.
Hey, Adam, a long rest, you automatically drop 1 level of exhaustion, correct?
That is correct.
And then also, when I got hit and my hit points was reduced, is that also no longer in effect?
Long rest fix that as well.
Okay, thank you.
You got it. Good questions. All right, guys. So you wake up after a very revitalizing sleep, finding yourself much better than you've been in quite a while. You've got a long journey to get yourself back to Jost. Any ideas how to do that, Grim?
Can anyone identify this sword?
You can do so during a long rest. I could try to do it. So, lore bard,
Okay.
that would be fitting. And I'll just take a look and try to figure out what it is during a long rest.
Thank you.
Caliban will find his way over to Runok and Grim and Glory. I'm sorry, guys. My blood was still hot from the fight. I know you did the right thing and left me behind, but I said some harsh things. I apologize.
Wait till you watch the YouTube video. I didn't leave you behind, bud. I was toe to toe with that fucker.
Yeah, when I came in the room there, I saw him just go down. He looked pretty bad. He looked like he hit pretty hard.
Yeah, well, I'm surprised you lived. I honestly didn't think you'd make it. You really raised up in my book. Sorry about your girlfriend, bud, but, that may have misjudged her a little bit, but it's kind of wonky, but I get it. She's a little better in my eyes.
I appreciate that. I'll take every little bit. I admit I was a little suspicious when she wanted to split the party as well, but she did well in there. She healed some people, and she saved me a couple times there with inspiring me to fight harder. So I just ask you to give her the benefit of the doubt once in a while, or not be so harsh on her.
Well, it seems moot now. Seems like she's going to leave us. But I will say that I hope you don't leave us.
I still have to think about that, but I appreciate it.
I didn't mean to leave you back there. I was trying to get us all to safety, but I thought you could escape from there.
I thought so too, and then she paralyzed me the way she paralyzed you. I thought that was it. But luckily, the old armor did its trick, and I survived.
I'm sorry I left you.
Understand.
Group hug, people. Group hug. Bring it in.
Group hug. I'll take out my lute and start singing a song here. In the shining groves of Adeline, bright hope and courage ignite the night. Grace every thread, honor in each fold. Their sacred power is strong and bold. Wear the faith, let your hearts arise, guided by the light in the heavenly skies. With robes of gold, our spirits soar, forever blessed, forevermore. And that will give 10 temp HP to everybody. And I can give inspiration to, I guess, 3 people. So that would be the non-humans. So I guess
Everyone but me.
pretty much. Yes, Caliban. Let's do Caliban, Brunak, and Grim for that.
I have inspiration, so you can pass me.
All right, let's give it to Glory then. Because the humans get it anyway.
Nice.
And the temp HP, I think, goes to everybody but Caliban, because you have the, you can get it yourself, right?
Yep, I had already cast False Life on myself. Yep, let me just adjust that. Yep.
It's 10?
Yep, 10. It's a level plus modifier, which is 5 for charisma.
Ooh, we should take account. How much food do we have left?
Yeah, I was about to say, I need to get some meat.
I think we have a lot in the bag of holding, or we did.
Lots of rations, but not so much the fresh stuff for Runok.
Well, I don't know if that's going to be a luxury we can afford. We probably want to avoid the big cities just like last time.
There's 79 rations left in the bag of holding.
If we can find a deer, that'll work.
Yep.
All right, how are we getting to this town?
We probably want to avoid the roads. Let's just head, straight through till we get to the river. Maybe we could see if someone could sail us up.
Didn't
But I
that
don't-
guy already give us passage?
Yeah,
That was across the river, right?
that was across.
Is there a shadow road?
Well, if there is, none of us know how to use them.
I've got 20 gold. That should buy us a route across the river again.
Do the sisters have some sort of secret path? Maybe they have hideouts or something.
Yeah, good point. We should ask them.
You confer with the sisters briefly, and they will tell you that they usually stick to the more uncivilized areas of this land when they have to pass through here. They don't have any like network of tunnels or anything along those lines. They have a few friends that are strategically placed around, you might say, people they know they can trust to kind of shelter them when need be. But between here and Jost, they say that there's no perfect way to go to take advantage of those resources. If you want to be more in the civilized areas, there's probably a few more people they could rely on to hide you, but also exposes you more to the forces of the Blood Kingdom here. So it's kind of a toss-up as far as what you want to do. If you ask for their recommendation, they say rough it, stay in the uncivilized areas, and take longer to get there, but hopefully you won't be detected.
I agree. We got some survival people here. We should be good.
And we've got rations.
Just make sure you bandage your wounds well.
All right, guys, we're at the end of our session time. So is that the agreement the group is going to do, is stick to the wildlands here and try to make your way back to Jost Overland?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did we get a chance to identify that sword as well, or no?
As best you can tell, it's a longsword +1.
I have it in my
will
inventory.
hand it back to Chris.
Yeah, I have it in my inventory. It's just longsword +1. I do not have it equipped. I haven't. It's just in a sheath and at my hip. So until I'll wait for Jakota to maybe identify it or something.
All right, guys. So we'll go ahead and call it here. One note is it will be there. I don't want to spoil anything, but I will say you will almost certainly get to level 6 next session. In fact, it will probably happen in the middle of the session. So just be prepared for that. If you can kind of preview the decisions that you want to make. Don't apply anything now, of course, but if you can kind of preview it to hopefully speed it up a little bit. Probably what we'll do is once you guys get the level up, we'll just go ahead and take our break there to give you a chance to apply anything, and then we'll come back and do that on the other side. So just be ready for level 6 next session.
Woo!
Nice.
Awesome.
Nice fight, everybody.
Yeah,
Great
good
session.
session, everybody.
That was great.
Yeah, thanks, Adam. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you.
Night all.